welcome to another episode of Off the Rack, everybody. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
That's right. It's our pre-holiday season episode, and more or less the last episode of the year.
At least the one with both of us.
Yeah. We're going to do another episode in a little while that's like not this. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
We're going to do it. I'm excited.
12 years, we still have no idea what's going on. But like, listen, we're going to be talking about comic books. We're going to be chatting with a comic book creator in her own right.
Amazing.
And we're going to be jumping into some news, reviews, and discussions, folks.
Love it.
Not a lot of news in the world outside of like some stupid thing I didn't want to get into.
Okay.
Our Discord got like interested in it for a second, but fortunately cooler heads prevailed. It was nothing really that important. But what matters is we're excited to be serving you guys with a fantastic episode of Off the Rack, where we're going to review some comic books, and we're going to talk to a comic book creator. Stephanie Williams is going to be on the show.
Amazing.
And we're also going to just, get into it, talk about comics with you guys. And
That's
also, if you want to sponsor today's show, as always, we can really, really appreciate it. You'll get, you can use SuperChats. You can ask a question or comment right here in the YouTube system, and we will read it here on the show at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our banter, then we're going to jump into our reviews. Actually, we'll probably jump right into the interviews.
Yes, so which is very exciting.
Yes, and then we'll do our reviews, and then we'll go into our book of the week, which is our pick of the issue of the week.
It's the pick of the litter.
That's right, the book that we thought was a particularly outstanding.
Sorry, apparently my thing was up, which I don't know why. I haven't used it for anything.
That's okay.
Why? But it was also advertising SpongeBob Olipop, a flavor that seemingly no one likes.
Well, it's certainly on sale.
I enjoy it
on a regular basis, which is weird.
Anyway.
But yeah, you did enjoy it. And that's great because it's on sale.
Oh
but yeah. So yeah.
Without further ado.
Without further ado.
Because you were doing.
We were doing.
You were a doing.
I was a doing.
You were a doing. You love a good
I was honestly a doing too much is the real problem. I was vamping too long.
I understand. I see where you're going with that.
I want to especially thank our special elves for decorating today's set. You might not notice because
we're kind of in the way of it. Because I always think of that. I'm just like, ooh, oh my gosh, I put all this stuff back here, and then I immediately was like, no one can see what's back here.
Yeah, that's why I put random stuff back here. That's why we have like all of our CBC
But everyone
awards.
can see right here. But I had already used all the good stuff back there, and I didn't want to take the good stuff down.
That's why we have this.
So now we have
pile.
It's the Christmas evergreen pile.
You know what? This is more or less what it looks like.
Sponsored by me.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much, Tiffany.
I will adjourn myself to go and definitely not check on my Animal Crossing island.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't believe you.
Don't believe.
Now let's see if I can do this with this silly hat on, or if I can just take off my hat and move on. That's probably what we're going to do. Be at least a little bit more professional than that. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to chat with our very special guest, Ms. Stephanie Williams. Welcome to the show, Stephanie.
Hey, I feel like I came in at the most perfect time.
I think you are absolutely correct. You did. So thank you for joining us. This is the first time you've been on the show. I really appreciate you coming by. We're talking about comic books. More specifically, we're talking about a comic book that I didn't see coming, but I think few do. Based on what the based on the premise and the the nature of the characters, it's a half-baked shark joke. Anyway, we're here to talk about Street Sharks, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, I just kicked you right out. I don't know why that happened, but
anyway. Oh, it's okay. Kick me out for the sharks. Sharks with abs, but better.
Sharks
it's
abs.
the holidays. Yes.
How are you?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, it's I don't know. It's a weird vibe today, and I'm sorry for that.
No, it's okay. You're also talking to somebody who traumatized himself over the weekend by catching up on it. Welcome to Derry, all in one sitting, and then I watched Dr. Sleep too. So,
Yeah, that'll do.
My steam might be a little crazy right now.
Yeah, I just went away this weekend, and so I'm just like catching up on missing 72 hours of sleep. So I'm very jazzed to be here. I love that you watched all of. How is it, by the way? In your professional opinion, is it worth checking out?
Absolutely.
It got you to watch Dr. Sleep, so I think
it got me to watch Dr. Sleep, which I had put off for a very long time. So it also has me listening to The Mist on audio. So it's got me going back into the Stephen King of it all. So I'm not touching the Dark Tower. I refuse. But
I completely sympathize. I can't tell you when I heard that there was a universe of as a comic book fan.
Yeah.
That first immediately appealed to me. I was like, yes, are you kidding me? Interconnected universe. I'm in. Yeah. And then I read I think the first 20 pages of whatever the first Dark Tower book was, and I was like, never mind. I'll stick with it and Christine and random stuff like that. I'm not getting into it. But I love that. That's so awesome that you. But I'm glad to hear the show is good. Because I haven't watched it, and that's so funny. Like those shows where it's a sequel or prequel to a movie franchise, and you're like, is it connected? Is it not? But then I heard that Skarsgård comes back for Pennywise. Spoilers for folks. But,
oh my God, yeah,
that's
and he's
cool.
phenomenal. Yeah, what an amazing actor. Because he has Pennywise down. So much so that I find myself skipping like Pennywise was. Anybody who has watched the show will know what that looks like, and it looks pretty insane. So that's me coming into 2026.
Nice. I love it.
2025 left me that deranged.
Yeah, 2025 was a weird year. We can't even get into it. But yeah, so tell us a little bit about how something like Street Sharks comes about and how we get to this point where we're getting a full-blown kind of continuation of the original animated series. Because that's, by the way, having read it, I can tell you, folks, it reads just like the show.
Yes.
Which it's insane.
Thank you. Because that is exactly what Mattel wanted the vibe to be. So it has been for myself, Ariel, and also Valentina, our colorist, that has been something that we've been very happy about, because it's kind of hard when you bring back something that people are fans of, myself included. In fact, when I got the email that, would I be interested in writing Street Sharks, what I sent back was unprofessional. Then I followed it up with a professional email, of course, as you do, because it's just such a cool thing to have an opportunity to write something that you watched and you enjoyed. And also you begged your parents to take you to KB Toys to go get some of those shark toys, because, Vin Diesel or not, all about those all about Street Sharks.
Oh, those toys were something. It was my white whale mixing my fish or non-fish metaphors, but my sea metaphors. But yeah, I always wanted a Street Shark, and then I couldn't figure out the difference between the action figures and then the puppet action figures. Where it was a puppet. And then I saw they made both, and I'm like, well, that makes sense. It's all molded plastic. Why not? But those things look so cool.
They are.
Yeah. Just as a personal aside, I have to mention, when I was in college, there was a computer place. It was a LAN pop-up, and they called themselves LAN Shark, and covered in Street Sharks merchandise.
As it should have been, yes.
They were just like, I don't know where else I can get sharks, but I know exactly how I can write off my Street Sharks collection, and it's going to be right here. And they were just, so I finally got to tangibly touch one of them, and I was like, yep, it's everything I've been missing. I really wanted those puppets. They were so cool.
The puppets are really cool. I had a Ripster one. I have no idea where it is. I wish that I can find it, because I'm pretty sure it might be worth a little something, but
it's gotta be, right? Yeah,
right?
Especially if it's in any halfway good condition.
Yeah, no, who knows where it is. I did have some of the action figures left over, all of them except for Jab, but somebody was kind enough to bring me Jab while I was at New York Comic Con.
Oh,
so
cool.
Thank you very much. Yes. That's part of the reason why you get into writing comics, so that you can receive free cool things.
Yes, so you could finally get those action figures that you missed out on as a
kid.
That is more motivation than I've ever needed to get into this industry.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
So yeah, tell me about the formation of this idea, this story, this so they reached out to you. They said, what do you got for Street Sharks? Mattel wants it to be kind of a continuation of the series.
Yeah, and I said, okay, wonderful. So let's hop right on in. We all know, with the show, at the very end of the day, selling us toys, like everything in the 90s, right? Kind of wish they'd bring that back a little bit, but we were able to just jump right in world and kind of treat all of these issues as though they were actual episodes. So try to figure out how to have a story that in the background that was a through line, but wanted it to be so that anybody could just pick up any issue 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 and be able to just kind of hop right in and say to themselves, I enjoyed that. I would like to retroactively go back and read the rest, or read more of it, or ooh, that was not my cup of tea. Well, thankfully, I only bought the one issue. I hope no one has said that, but yes.
Yeah, that it read just like an episode. Like, it felt like I was right back on the floor watching a cartoon show on a CRT television. It reads just like one. The characters are all really like, there's that fine line between goof, camp, and like self-seriousness. The characters believe in their universe, even if it's a toy commercial with shark anthropomorphic men. But yeah, I think you captured their voices, or at the very least the tone, so perfectly. Like, I am in awe, because I've read other works by you, particularly like Nubia. I was a big fan of. I actually got into it thanks to the Night Terrors tie-in.
Yes.
And it night and day between the two series. And but like, you could see the craftsmanship where it's like, you watched cartoons, like, because you really nailed this.
I appreciate that. I wish my son could hear that, because even now, when I am plopping down next to him to watch a cartoon, he'll look over and like, "Oh, you're really watching this, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yes," because when you become an adult, guess what? You have free will, and if you want to watch cartoons, you can, kid or no kid. So, like, when you're at school, you wouldn't believe the cartoons that mommy is watching.
When it comes to you're working with IDW, it's not just limited to Street Sharks. I understand that you're working in the Star Trek universe as well, which I'm really excited to hear more about. I understand you're focusing on a particular character that doesn't get a lot of exposure, let's say.
Yes, Miss Lieutenant Uhura, one of my favorite, especially from the OG series. She's one of the reasons why I was like, oh, maybe I do like science fiction. Because
then it worked.
Hey, it worked.
She was such. I remember. I don't know if it's an anachronism or not, but I've heard that she was encouraged not to quit the show because she was such an ambassador.
Exactly. And for this comic that I wrote that is coming out in February, we do a very meta thing regarding that, because, well, duh, that's just what you do, right? And it just made sense. And I don't know, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to write a story that centers around this character that has had so much impact in universe as well as outside of it too.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to that. So, folks, check out that series, or one shot, I should say.
Yes.
Which is Spotlight on Lieutenant Uhura. That's gonna be fun. Did that give you kind of like, because when you cover someone like Lieutenant Uhura, it's not like you're doing a spotlight on a tangential character. This is a main crew member. This is a fan favorite. Massive player in the original series and what made the franchise what it is. So you got to play in a massive captain's chair for that universe. Did it give you the bug? Are you kind of like, I kind of have other stories in the Star Trek universe I want to tell? Or we kind of just...
Absolutely. Yes. 100,000%. And that's not even a real number. So yes. If the opportunity comes to tell more stories in the Star Trek universe, I'd sign me up.
Fair. Nice. Well, I just what else is coming out next that you want to talk about? Because I'm very excited to hear what you're working on next, and get folks in, like, to pre-order these books, because that's the most important thing.
So if you are at all a fan of Wonder Woman, I am doing a special guest spot creator issue or guest spot with Jeff Spokes. You may know his art from what is it, Jenny
Sparks?
Oh my god. Yeah, Jenny Sparks. I'm going to call her Jenny Frisian. Wow. Not talking about the lovely artist, but yes, Jenny Sparks. And that's issues 29 and 30. It's, if you like Warriors in a We Wonder, which is the DC Go comic that I've been writing for DC, which follows toddler Diana and also just the other Amazons. It's not just a babysitting situation. That's what it is. It's like a Trojan horse to get you on Themyscira. It kind of gives that same energy, but it gives that same energy. So in the story, Diana goes back to Themyscira with Trinity, and she's in need of getting back into her community and sisterhood. And there is somebody that is there that's ready to take advantage of that. So for those 2 issues, we're all on Themyscira. All the girls are there. If you're a fan of just the Wonder Fam in general, they're all there. And then that's out January 21st. And I think issue 30 is out February 25th.
Cool.
And I have 2 creator-owned projects, Roots of Madness. So I was just talking about it. So clearly I've been getting into my horror bag. Roots of Madness is cosmic horror that I've been writing. Issue 3 actually comes out this week, which is pretty cool, on Christmas Eve. I forgot that comics still come out no matter what, right?
Yeah.
It never stops,
right.
as it shouldn't. So issue 3 comes out, and this is a story that's set in 1905 that follows this young woman who comes from a long line of women who are herbalists, and she gets this journal, this tome with all these family recipes, and someone offers her the opportunity to take those recipes and advance them, and things go quite sideways. So I'm a big fan of Jeff Vandermeer. Love the Area X trilogy that he wrote. Big fan of the movie Annihilation and Adaption. So if you like that, Sinners, all of that, Roots of Madness might be up your alley. And then there's Temporal. If you're a fan of sci-fi action, Time Cop was some sort of the inspiration behind it. There are unfortunately no splits in this, but yeah, I know it's just a shame, but if you're a fan of, yes, if you're a fan of like late 80s, early 90s sci-fi action, then that'll be something you want to check out. That also, issue 3 comes out this week too, on Christmas Eve. God. So you get a Stephanie little special this Christmas Eve.
Yeah, our cup runneth over, man. I'm very excited. So before you go, I have to ask, since we're in the same fandom categories here, 80s, 90s, action, sci-fi kind of stuff, what would you say is one of your favorite sci-fi horror movies?
Oh, hands down, The Thing.
Okay, well, now we're going to have to get my wife Tiffany onto the show. But, oh my God, yes. Now, here's my question. When do you watch it? Do you wait for it to snow? Do you live in an area where you can snow? Or do you wait for it to snow, or do you just pick any old time to throw it on?
Any old time. It could be, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina now. So it could be 100 degrees outside and I'm cutting on The Thing. And I don't wait till Halloween. It is, if the mood strikes and I want to, watch The Thing, then I'm watching The Thing, which is probably 5 or 6 times a year.
Damn right. Yeah, that was when I was working on a project years and years ago. That was one of the movies, like it was that and like Tron Legacy. I was just watching movies, like just over and over on a loop, where I'm just getting just every time I watch a movie like that, I'm just like, oh, I need to create again. And that's The Thing is one of those flicks. It's just like, oh, just you're watching this mastery at work, and but I do have to hold back, and my wife prefers to wait until it snows. Like she's like, okay, it's
that's fair.
Thing now. I'm like,
no, that's very fair.
Yeah. Well, Stephanie, it's so great to have you. Thank you so much for being here to talk about everything.
Yes,
I would love to have you back if you ever have a chance to swing by. And if you ever have any other project, I mean, you're going to have more projects, I'm sure, within within 2026. But come by, because we'd love to have you back. I got to get Tiffany back in the chair, and the only reason we don't is because I don't have 2 headphones.
No, that listen.
but I'll spring for a second pair. But it was so great to have you, Stephanie. Folks, Stephanie Williams is here to tell us more about her work. Check out that stuff. It is coming out all within the next month or 2. I mean, we got stuff this week, we got stuff next week, we got stuff in January, February. Check them all out. Thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thanks for coming back. See you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Williams was here to chat about comics. We really, really appreciated her taking the time to do so. And now, I'm back. Tiffany's back. And I got to just turn on her microphone, because I like to switch it out.
Well.
Yep. Well, yeah, we did it.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Me.
So yeah. Oh man.
So you guys were talking about The Thing.
Yeah, we talked about The Thing. That's
I know.
Her,
I can
her
feel
favorite sci-fi action movie.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, she's a
good choice. It's a good choice.
She's a smart person.
Yeah. Because I was like, I think it is. I think it is, because it's like, it's that, and then I'm like, Alien, right up there.
Oh man, I mean,
so good.
You know,
But then I like so many other horror movies that are not sci-fi based, so sometimes it gets hard for me. But I'm like, yeah, The Thing.
Yeah,
obviously,
that's fair.
Obviously,
I think
the best choice. That's the correct answer.
I would like to say The Thing, but
you know
because
it's Alien.
It's Alien.
I know it is. I know that's fine.
Or Terminator. I don't know. Terminator's
like not a horror movie.
Terminator 1 is. That's absolutely. It's a slasher flick.
I guess. I always think it was just as an action movie.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let's jump into some comics, shall we? Comic books, baby.
I love comic books.
Me too, folks.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, I love them more than you, and I was like, I can't even say that. I can't even say that jokingly. I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I know the facts here.
Well, that's Joe Friday.
What are the facts?
Here's a fact. You guys can sponsor today's show by using SuperChats. If you have a question or
that
comment,
is a
we're here on the
fact.
show. And it'll be part of the show forever, so we want to encourage you to do so because it keeps the infrastructure going. We want to thank you all for doing so, and we will get to you guys all in one go. When the review portion
we did
is
see
over.
some very kind ones, so we all know that. Like, if you're here right now, thank you so much for that. But we were absolutely going to read it in a little bit. But
absolutely,
thank you.
Yes, but thank you so much in advance for that and for your encouragement and for your continued support.
Heck yeah!
Oh boy, am I excited, man! I can't believe we didn't have a chance to actually look at it. But next week's books, I was just looking at the. We're getting the Wonder Woman Batman crossover.
Oh yeah. Well, no. What about the books that happened this past week?
I know. Well, this past week, I took a look into the DC KO world. Did we talk about how I read a bunch of them last week? How I read the Captain Atom, Superman, and the
no. You never let us know that you read that because everybody kept asking specifically about that one.
Yeah, I read all of them because I wanted to know what was going on because all of the KO fights of this week, or of this month, they have a through line, and it actually matters which ones you're reading because there's a backup in which Darkseid Booster Gold is
fighting Gorilla Grodd.
Is taking
Grodd.
he's taken over the Watchtower, and he's doing his he's beating. At one point he defeated the World Forger. It's like he's making moves.
Yeah.
But one of those tie-ins, which I did. So yeah, I guess the answer is yes. I read that Superman Captain Atom story. Yeah, I mean I buy it. I think I talked about it somewhere else, but I was like, yeah, Captain Atom would lose to Superman. Dude's a chump. And he blows up every other Thursday. It's nothing, I'm sorry. But also, I love that they made a Monarch reference. I was like, oh my God. And then I saw somebody on the Reddits was complaining, or not complaining, he was saying he had picked up Armageddon 2025? I don't remember what the hell it was called.
Yeah.
2000? 2001? 2001. Armageddon 2001. And he's like, DC has no collection of this? What the hell? And I'm like, yes, that's what I'm saying. There are all these different weird annual events.
Yeah.
Eclipse of the Darkness Within, Armageddon 2001, Bloodlines. They all need to be omnibused and available.
Do they?
Yes, 100%. For posterity.
Do they?
Because anyone
they have
wants
a copy. As long as they have a copy.
If people want to know what happened with Monarch, they need to either go on an insane quest through long boxes to get them like I did.
And isn't that fun?
I mean,
but honestly, show of hands,
it is fun.
How many people want to know what happened to Monarch?
I mean, I think people want to know because they're like, if people picked up Superman versus Captain Atom and then he turns into Monarch, people are like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, okay. Well, now.
Also, isn't it supposed to be Hawk? Anyway, I read Harley Quinn Zatanna versus Zatanna, round 5. Leah Williams, Mike Andolfo.
Yes.
This was, a little, it's seemingly one-sided because one is a crazy person with a mallet and the other person is a magician or sorcerer. It was fine.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't know you read it.
I did not. But the art's great. I really enjoyed the art.
Challenged.
That's fair. Well,
it's Leah Williams. So if you've been reading other Leah Williams stories, especially from Marvel, then you're prepared for this. You're mentally prepared for this. You know what kind of fight it might be.
Well, and especially
it's going to be snarky and funny and
and each round is going to be different. It's not we're not always going to just watch a straight up fight.
And you're going to have costume changes, and I'm here for that.
No, you have to. I mean, especially for those two. That was fun. Yeah. But the end result, I don't argue with the end result.
No, I liked how we got to it too because it's like Harley obviously walks a line, and she has been walking a line. Originally, she was just kind of a tragic character, thanks to the animated series.
Yes.
You kind of got to know her a little bit, but also we're just like, oh my gosh, you you need help, right? And so like bringing her into the comics, it's like, well, we want her to have her own book and we want her to have some bit of agency, and it's just difficult for them to be like, well, she's just a straight up like mustache twirling villain, right?
Yeah.
So it's like obviously in this they were like, let's try to walk a line a little bit more so to see where we go with this, and I thought it was handled well. I thought it was handled well, and I think it's been a weird time for a lot of Harley readers. I feel like I don't know. I haven't really been reading it.
It's always been a hard time.
But she's had like a couple of kind of really weird hits, or not hits, but like books lately. So
yes, I agree.
Yeah. So like I enjoyed this. I thought this was cute. The only thing I was surprised at was just how much immediately Zatanna was like, "Oh hey, cool, everything's awesome because you're here, Harley."
Yeah, what?
And I was like, I don't know. Zatanna's been doing a little more team stuff, so
That's
it's like
true.
maybe
She's like,
she's
"Ooh, a
just
team
like,
up."
yeah, here we go.
If I do a team up with you, that means my book will sell.
Admittedly, like I thought that like Harley's opening move was brilliant.
Yes,
It
I
was
agree.
so simple and just like
Smart.
dunk,
Yeah,
like, done. Just dunk.
loved it.
So
Yeah, but overall, it was fine. You know, I was not like, this is amazing, nor was I like, this is a bad scene.
yeah,
It works. It works for what it needs to be.
I think it works. I thought like the idea of the power up option, or that like after each fight, each like I've seen this mechanic in video games before, or like it's like the Highlander,
There could be only one.
but it's like you're collecting like energy, and then
Yes.
obviously each time like you kill someone,
Right.
you get
take their energy.
yeah. So it's like they're like, and like maybe this is explained in some of the other KO titles because I haven't really been
they
reading
did.
those.
They explained them.
But,
'Cause
like,
Josh Williamson wrote one of them, and he kind of like
He did outline
created
it.
Disney
Yes. But
So,
I thought
yeah.
this did a good job of kind of like being. I was like, oh, okay, I get
do you
this.
understand
Like,
what the
I
premise
definitely
is here?
understand what's happening in this, and
Exactly.
hooray for everybody for me understanding that. But the idea of just like it being collected in that manner. It's just like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's very tournamenty. It again, I feel like people like this event. I think it's interesting to see where this is going. That the team ups are kind of fun. I understand why they did the bracket. For me, the biggest misstep of this event was putting out the bracket.
Yes. Well,
I feel like the bracket should have come after the first.
100%.
But I mean, like, marketing wise, I get why you did it.
The bracket is
marketing wise.
marketing.
I completely understand that.
Yes,
but
the bracket is a rug pull for a lot of people, I'm sure. But it's not, because like there is a bracket to be had. Like
Yes,
there are matchups.
yes, but,
and
like,
we're getting it now, but it's just like
it was just an out.
it was
like,
short-sighted.
It was a lie.
Yeah, it was a lie.
And that's what it was, a marketing lie, and that
which
is
is a
not to be
shame.
put on the creators. Like, I don't think that was from the creators. I truly think that was a marketing choice. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm always just like, it just left a bad taste. I
was like, I get it, but
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. I actually liked Harley like claiming the idea of being like, oh wait, like I will take one of these like fun like outfits, and I want it to be like a bit of what you do.
Yeah.
To see like a Zatanna, I actually thought for a second Zatanna was gonna be like, well then I'm gonna
Harley myself.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm glad we didn't. It would have been a little obvious, but
Yeah, McFarlane's like, damn it. we didn't make an action figure out of it. That's fine. Anyway. Well, I read Wonder Woman number 28.
Okay.
This is from Tom King with art by Daniel Sampour and Jorge Fornes. The end of the Mouse Man story, thank God. And Wonder Woman is, she's, I don't know. This book is weird. So like a whole country that's taken over by Mouse Man. Now it's open. I don't know. It's like a huge problem. What matters is, according to the audience anyway, this is setting up the Matriarch, a new villain for the Wonder Woman series, which is set in the future. It's going to kick off Wonder War, a big event that's happening for Wonder Woman. Yeah, but the Matriarch, I'm like, oh yeah. But no problem with that. It's just kind of like, we just did the Patriarch or whatever. Like, we just did the King of America, and I don't know. Anyway.
okay.
Just cool looking. I don't know. This book is a little messy.
Okay.
It's much more straightforward than most Tom King fare. This series in particular, it's been not without its controversies. Folk have been like, King doesn't seem to know the character very well. He puts the character on a pedestal, so it's hard to write for her. She's like, she's never making mistakes and stuff like that. There are great human moments, as is a hallmark of any Tom King book, where like a character who's vulnerable expresses their insecurities or their problems to another character who's either equally sympathetic or completely unsympathetic. In this case, like Wonder Woman has a moment between Batman and Superman, so we have the Trinity together, and she's like, "You didn't, I understood like what it was like to be a parent, but like I didn't understand. You know what I mean? Like now I'm afraid like, all the time.
Yeah.
But she says it in this like weird, as King has said, like Gal Gadot kind of cadence, which is we've established like as time has proven she's just a bad actor. It's not it's not a thing. Like it's not an accent. It's a whole lifestyle. But the way I explain it to you makes it seem much more like tragic and sympathetic.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's true, it's in there. That's what the scene's about. But the way that it's presented makes her much less sympathetic. Like she's so closed off to everyone who like tries to connect with her. And I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. It is certainly not my kind of read. I don't want to read a monthly title about a character that I can't really connect with in any way, or who is emotionally closed off to everyone around the supporting cast. But there are big moves being made, and I think that Trinity is a breakout character that a lot of people like, that I seem to enjoy, particularly when she's in her own book, which is also by Tom King. And that's what's so vexing, is that like Trinity with King and Ortega is so emotional and so fun and so like just the opposite of this book. Like this book is so weird because Wonder Woman is so like, she doesn't do anything wrong, like, or she never doubts what she's doing, but she says that she doubts what she's doing, but still does it the right thing anyway. It's there's no conflict outside of her saying, I am having conflict. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I am tortured, and yet I do the thing that I know is right, and so the end, the story is over. Like,
right.
I don't know. It's weird. The Mouse Man story went on like it was I wouldn't have gone with that pitch.
Okay, awesome. No, I get it.
But this was weird, and I don't know what's the matter.
Nothing. Somebody said your mic. People have been saying your mic is low. So
Yeah, it's been low. I don't know. I can't help you, but Sampour's art is good, as it always is.
Right, of course.
But I've noticed it's a little... This issue in particular, it was a little more janky than it has been. I don't know. It was a little... There were moments where the characters... He has very clean lines and very, like, deliberate pencil strokes.
Right.
This particular issue, the characters just... It looked like he ran out of time. Or he didn't have, like, support. In the way that he has in the past.
Right.
Just the book, at first glance, like you look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, right? Big 2 book, big 2 creator, big 2 character, big story, lots of moves, great artist, go.
Yeah.
And if you just like, but if you like take more time and read it, and you get like,
if you actually read
read it and like look at the panel work, you're like, this is not as strong as Sampour has been in the past, or what came across as Wonder Woman being strong and independent and deliberate in the first 2 arcs is now just her being odd, especially when she's depicted in other books where she just doesn't talk like that, doesn't act like that, doesn't behave like that. Like in I hate to use examples like death metal, but even in KO or All In, she's like, Batman and Superman are my brothers. We trust each other implicitly. Like the bond that we share is unbreakable to the point where we will dive into like the pool of creation and make me gold and have me punch the Batman who laughs. But like in this book, she's like, my daughter is here. And she's a baby and was almost killed by Mouse Man. So now I'm like, I don't know. It's just that it's like, until you have a child, you will never it's just that kind of book now.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, damn it.
Okay.
that's really, at the end of the day, that's what the book is. The book is like, oh, it's gonna be one of those where it's like, this book is about like how scary it is to be a parent.
But that could resonate with a lot of people.
I
So
hope it
it's
does. Like because I think that's what's so, because it needs to, and that's what it is. Like the book is deliberately like it's about being a new parent, and even Wonder Woman can be scared by that. That's a powerful message, and I think that works, and it's completely unrelatable to me, so I'm not connecting with the material.
I understand. No, I get it. I think it's better to like have it phrased like that, because it sounded like you were saying it was badly written.
No, it's not badly written, but it is. Wonder Woman is depicted in a way that she is not depicted in any other incarnation of the character in the shared universe.
Right, but she's never really had a child in the.
No, but she does in the other books she's in.
Right.
Like she doesn't even talk like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like only King is carrying the torch for making her talk like this.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. It's not great.
Okay.
To me.
Okay.
But you know, it's King's book to lose. I think, you know, I don't think that the book is in any danger of being canceled or him being kicked off at this time.
Yeah,
it's Wonder Woman. So it's like the tragedy of this book is that like it doesn't sell great. So if it does, then like that's the end of it. Like,
right.
They're just gonna do whatever they need to do to keep the book going.
I gotcha.
But yeah, you know, I hope that I hope King shakes off his fear of the character.
Okay.
Because I think he's like a little intimidated by the character, and I think he's like afraid to like make her make mistakes, or at the very least make her vulnerable or appear vulnerable.
Okay.
And I understand that impulse because like I can't imagine how many eyes are on you if you're writing one of the most
Wonder
recognizable female superheroes in all fiction.
Oh, sure.
And like, you know, like you show her crying. Like what the implications of that must be, which he did, by the way. Like he's done that. Like,
well, there's nothing wrong with that.
no, I agree, but like, just a simple thing that she could do can be interpreted 1,000 ways.
Right.
From very different opinion pools,
Mm-hmm.
and so it could make the job that much harder to, you know, pull off without, I don't know, doubting yourself or hating the medium because of all the different disparate voices shouting at you at once.
Yes.
You're screwing up, and everyone's saying different reasons why you're scrrewing up. Like,
Right.
all we know is I hate what you're doing, but not for the same reason that they hate what you're doing.
Right.
It's a thankless job, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. I get what you're saying.
You know.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, but it's
But I mean, like here's the thing: if
a
you're not
weird book.
digging it anymore, like,
oh no, I'm just gonna drop it. Like I'm good.
Okay.
But I've dropped it before. Like
Yeah, and
I
then
read
come
the first
back.
2 arcs, and I was like, no, I don't want to read this anymore.
Okay.
And then I jumped in during Mouse Man, and I was like, this is not great. The Mouse Man thing was just like, this needed to be like 2 issues.
Okay.
You know, like I appreciate you trying to make him like, you know, oh, Mouse Man, like, but I did it to Kite Man. You know, like I made Kite Man relevant. What about Mouse Man? No.
Squeak yeah.
It's not gonna happen. Squeak yeah. That's right.
Squeak yeah.
Anyway, you want to tell us about Moon Knight?
I was gonna stay on the DC side of things.
Stay there then.
Do you want to talk about Absolute Flash? Have you been reading?
Yeah, I have not been reading it regularly, but I did read this issue.
Did you? Okay, good. So this is written by Jeff Lemire with art by Nick Robles.
Yep.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I like every issue of Flash.
Okay.
I think it's a good book. It is.
Oh, here we go.
You know, Robles is, I think, like he's such an inspired choice.
Yeah.
To draw this book that when Robles isn't on it, it can like drift to the background. It can trick you into thinking like, oh yeah, well it is just at the end of the day, it's just another Flash book. You know,
right.
Like, he is going to solve his problems running fast, which he doesn't. Like it's like when he it's like almost as though the joke is when he runs fast, there are bigger problems. He always has more problems.
Yes.
Which I'm sure drives every Flash fan crazy. But Robles gives that, like, it adds this other dimension that is seemingly a standard comic book art style, but gives it another dimension that, like, makes it feel special. And I can't even put my finger on why I like it. It could be the coloring, could be the effects.
Could be.
But there's something about Robles' art where I'm like, like now we're back.
Yeah.
You know?
I getcha.
I like the idea of like the rogues working with Wally. I love the.
I like how they come up with the name Rogues.
Yeah,
I heard
how
like they've gone rogue.
They've gone rogue. I'm like, oh, you did it. I really like the Grodd Wally synergy.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a fun look.
Yes.
You know, like that this Flash has a monkey.
Yes.
Like it's almost Grodd's part of his costume or his powers.
Right.
I think that's really cool. I don't think it's going to be
it's
a
like
thing.
Booster Gold and Skeets.
Yeah.
It's Wally West and
Grodd.
And Tiny Grodd.
And Tiny Grodd. I don't think we're going to get that forever.
Right.
But I'd be okay if we did.
Okay. Fair.
But in this issue, this one's like things are happening.
Things are definitely happening. It's been interesting because it's like I still don't know where we stand with Barry Allen.
We will know, I think, by the next issue.
I think so too, but it's been interesting being in a world where like Barry is potentially nefarious.
Yes.
Potentially.
But also, they make a point in this issue, and I think that's what Lemire is going for. Because, like, part of the fun or legacy of Flash is that there's like 1,000 of them.
Yes.
In this universe, someone specifically in this book, there can be
only one. Yes.
And I think that's the idea here, where they're like, like Wally's the first Flash, and there will be no other Flashes. Like those of you who are holding out that Barry is going to be a Flash or even fast, forget about it. And I'm like, that's interesting, and I appreciate them hanging on to that idea.
Yeah, so it can be only one avatar of the Speed Force,
right? Because they talk about like there being for a fraction of a second there was a portal to another world that was opened up, and instantly you think, oh, this is connected with KO. The other universe was the Prime universe, which I think they do kind of imply. But then later, another portal is opened to a different place, and that place they call Flash World.
Well, they're going to call it inevitably that. She calls it the Still Point.
The Still Point, yeah.
To the other world, which is the Still Point, but the name of the next book's going to be Flash World.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's where other characters are.
And I think that's
There's like some... who's that random character in the back?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, because I got my wires crossed. I was like, oh, were they on Oa? And then I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, no.
And it would be interesting if they were like, no, like the Speed Force is like the Oa of this universe.
That'd be
it's like
crazy.
No, like there's a like, oh, if you're a speedster, like you're a guardian of this universe, and
yeah.
you're all these people. Like, oh, what?
Yeah, there's Barry's there. There's some random alien-looking thing.
Yeah, there's
and like,
aliens
and
in
like
there.
some fish thing.
Yes, and I think that's the idea is that like through the multiverse, the Speed Force pulls in characters, or throughout the universe, the Speed Force will grab a guy.
Incoming, like, DC fandom like entry on Flashfish.
I mean, Flashfish. Who's Flashfish? I think that this. I mean, they could be Green Lanterning Flash, where they're like, no, each world gets an avatar of the Speed Force.
Right.
There can be only one.
Okay, yeah, and if there's more than one, then you come here.
Or there's a problem.
Right. I'm interested to see what Grodd and Grodd's dad have to do with this.
I think Grodd's dad's going to be the Grodd people were expecting.
Okay. Possibly.
Or something more complicated. It's Lemire, so it's not going to be cut and dry, obvious. Like, so it could be, because one could say, oh yeah, like, well, he has a problem with his relationship with his dad. Grodd has a problem with the relationship with his dad.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that like, oh, or it could not be where it's like, oh, Grodd's dad was abusive and he was the he was the evil ape of all these things, but we don't know.
Right.
All we see is a flashback that kind of like mirrors both dads and how both Grodd and Wally have a strange relationship with them.
I think it's interesting too how much, like, because obviously we've talked about this before on every show we do across the ComicPop channels.
Yes.
How much like the Speed Force and like the Flashes are tethered to time travel.
Yeah.
But this is like seemingly like in this issue, like really hammering home like Wally's seeing things that have happened in the past, right? Like,
well, we opened the book. Like the first issue shows us scenes from here.
Yeah. But like now we're seeing it from the other way, right?
Yeah.
And it's just it's interesting how much like Lemire's like, we're gonna make sure we tether these two things together, which does give an opportunity for things to be righted.
Yes.
In the past, I don't know. Interesting. Yet again, by the way, Weather Wizard shows up, and I'm like, Shazam! Wait. Don't do that again, Tiffany.
Yes.
That's not who that is.
No.
Like, he literally shows up with the stick, and I'm just like, nope.
Right?
It's Weather Wizard.
Yeah.
Weather Wizard.
But it could have been the Wizard Shazam. Hey, they're both wizards. What if the Weather Wizard is the Wizard Shazam? Still don't get an absolute Shazam.
What would he be?
What do you mean?
What would ultimate, like, absolute Shazam be?
Well, you'll have to watch our episode of Absolute Martian Manhunter to find out.
Oh, did you guys talk about it?
Ethan, Ben, and I pitch an Absolute Shazam, which is basically just Miracle Man.
Well, then.
But either way, check out the end of that episode. That's the reason you stay and watch the rest of the episode, folks. You don't go, well, they finished the book, and no, there's more. There's nuance. There's conversation. There's pitches for whole books. Yeah, I think Absolute Shazam, we pitched that whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, find out what Ethan wants to do with Absolute Shazam. Because he was like, well, they should do an Absolute Shazam. Here's what they should do. What about this? What if he's crazy and thinks he turns into a man? I don't know. Anyway, it's weird. It was a fun pitch, though, so check it out.
Okay. Love it.
But, yeah.
I like it. I think it's a very fun book.
Yes.
If like it's funny because it's like we're having fun. We're seeing characters that people know in like a very different light, much like is what the absolute premise is meant to be.
Naturally.
It's a little darker. It is fun to see the rogues in a different way.
Oh, I love these rogues. I'm a huge fan.
But like it's funny how much like Lemire is just kind of like keeping some balls in the air.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't
like
want you to get bored, but he also doesn't want you to forget your place.
Right, but you also
in line or in the book.
Well, yeah, but he also is like, I don't know. It's like we're having fun, but I'm like, something's gonna drop.
Oh yeah.
Right, like something's gonna drop, and it's not gonna be good.
No, I don't think. But I don't think it's gonna be devastating. Like this isn't a book where I am like, oh no, like there all of them.
Like I assume that I kind of assume Wally's dad's gonna die. He's almost died several times, so I can't tell if Lemire's like
Lemire knows that. He's like, oh.
Or Grodd.
I mean, Wally literally stayed in like
where's the does the gorilla die?
Oh yeah, yeah. Where's that website? But yeah, I mean, we set up that like, Linda Park has like a whole, with the Wayward Children angle.
Yeah.
Like we were there one issue and then we never went back.
Yeah.
So like, Wally's gonna be a wayward child. Like we're gonna lose the dad at some point.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
But yeah, good book. Still good book. Still fun to read. Still good book. I read the last Starship. It's the new Star Trek series from IDW that I talked to Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing about a couple weeks ago. So if you haven't already checked that out, you should. It's an episode of Off the Rack where we talk to them. This is basically it plays with the concept that I think was introduced in one of the new Paramount shows, where it's called The Burn, where in the far future of Star Trek, dilithium explodes, and space travel, starship travel is no more, and it basically cripples the Federation, and we're like all back at zero.
Yeah.
And it's a real problem. So they grab like an analog ship and they put it together and they get a crew together, and we meet the crew in issue 1. Issue 2, we build the crew, but with one particular exception, besides the fact that the Borg show up and they're like, we're looking to help you. And so like a Borg joins their crew and becomes like the engineer and like runs their ship.
Well, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
But she also uses her theft of Kirk's body from what was the defunct or derelict Section 31 orbiting ship from Picard, and basically is like, here's Kirk. We're putting Kirk in here. Because like Kirk is the end all be all for the Federation. As far as like a hero is concerned. The Federation is over. So, and what she says in this issue, I think, is like, maybe it's issue 2, I don't remember. Because I read all 3 of them in a row.
Okay. Sure.
To get up for this one. But like, Kirk is like, why am I here? Like, what are you doing? And she's like, he's like, are you here? Like, I remember dying. Like, I've lost everyone. Like, even I remember my son being killed by a Klingon in that stupid, terrible movie.
Did you remember being, fighting against Malcolm McDowell? And
yeah, he does. Although he doesn't remember it as well, because he says he remembers his blood soaking the grass of Viridian 3, and I can tell you that there ain't no grass in Viridian 3, or at least not where he died. He died on a rock.
He's being poetic.
I don't know why he would start, but he died on a rock, and then he was buried under them. But yeah, no, but he's like, so you brought me here like for me to watch the end of everything I worked for. And she's like, no, I brought you here because like we could use a miracle, which is something that he kind of like specializes in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of love that. So, but they were keeping him on ice for a while, like the main captain, who was like a pacifist, has never seen war, because like he was enjoying like the fruits of, unbridled utopian future for the Federation until the burn. And the Klingons are just like, hey, yeah, let's F everything up.
Uh-oh.
We've been lying the whole time. let's go to Earth and mess everyone up. They just eject their warp core on the planet. They're just 6 or 7 cities on Earth are just completely obliterated. It's rough. And then like Kirk encourages the captain to challenge the captain of the Klingon fleet, and does an awesome maneuver that kills the main captain and then takes over that fleet and then sends them away. But basically he's like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not good at this. And Kirk is like, okay, I'm the captain now. Look at me.
Okay.
And Kirk just takes over, and it is such a joy to read. Like,
Okay.
I'm not an original series fan. I'm a TNG fan. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I love the original series movies. I hate the TNG movies. I don't like the original series show. I love the TNG show. So I'm a weird person. But it's like I want.
You hate the TNG movies?
I don't hate them, but I don't enjoy. I think they're blasphemous. Like, I think they're wrong. Like,
Okay.
there's something wrong with all. There's always something fundamentally wrong with each of them.
Okay.
Except for First Contact is like, okay.
I think it's fun.
First Contact is the whales one. It's great. Like, I will watch that every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, First Contact's fine. Picard. My issue is really with just like with Patrick Stewart's ego, where he's like, okay, in this scene, I'm wearing a tank top and I'm going to like climb and stuff because I've been going to the gym, and I want you to see that I actually can lift things up over my head because I am an action star. And I'm like, you're 68 years old. You're not in action of anything.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, good for him. But also, like, that attitude will ruin Star Trek TNG movies from that movie forward.
I think that's a you problem.
Okay, you should watch Nemesis sometime and watch him Dune Buggy, because that was all him. That's just it's all part of the same problem. It's anyway.
All right.
But it's but I like Kirk, and I like the original crew, and I like their whole thing.
Yeah.
And I like his swagger, but only in the movies. I don't really care about the shows. But it was on display in this. It was just kind of fun to watch Kirk go like, okay, let's go.
Okay.
It's wartime. Like, basically that's the lesson, is like, I don't know, like the captain of the ship is like, I don't know what to do in war.
Yeah.
And Kirk's like, that's all I know. But also, like, there's something wrong with Kirk in this. Like, obviously, it's not just like, we brought back Kirk, end of story, haha. It's like, there's something weird, because like the Borg specifically did it, and then like we get a last page reveal in this one where like she makes out with him, and you're like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, that is kind of his MO.
Well, it is. It's like, oh, I hooked up with a hot alien babe. I'm assuming that like maybe it's kind of like a Lakuta situation where she's like, I want to make like a wartime Borg hybrid or something. But I don't know, because he focuses on like all these different ideas. That might be an issue too, where he's like, I like have all these memories of everything that happened.
Yeah.
But the one that I most vividly recall is the death of my son.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, geez. And he's like, I remember taking a decade to get over that, but I still can't. And I'm like, I hate the Klingons, and I always will. I can never forgive them for the death of my boy. But yeah, it's that's him. He's in Star Trek 6.
Yes.
Anyway, it's really, really good. The art's fantastic. The writing is great. It's really engaging. It's hard to do.
Like a Star Trek comic?
Yeah, I think it's hard to do, and they're pulling it off really well. So check it out.
I still don't know. I love the idea of this book.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know about the way they wrote the title.
I get
it's
it. It's not even how they solicit the book.
I get it. I get why they did it.
The last Starship.
Like, damn it.
Yeah, like it's clever, but is it? I think the idea is that it's changing, but also
I understand. I totally get it. I see what's happening. They're actually overlaid one over one another.
Yeah.
They absolutely are. I see the effect. Drives me crazy.
But yeah,
drives me a little bit crazy.
That's fair.
Just a little bit.
I understand.
I don't know why. Why do I always do this incorrectly?
I don't know. Just drop it right on top of it.
Yeah, but like it should work the way that.
And then hit share.
I know that, but like it should work that way.
Well, it doesn't.
No, but it does, because you have to hit enter.
Because you're using Edge.
Okay.
You're using this horrible browser.
This is supposed to be a merry episode.
It is.
Scrooge.
I'm just saying that the Edge browser sucks.
You're gonna bah humbug me. I know it. It's coming, but not before I talk about Planet She-Hulk.
Oh, please do.
Number 2, which came out this week. I I'm not usually a big She-Hulk reader, but I was like,
you've been
whatever.
enjoying this.
I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's give it a shot. I don't know what to expect. Written by Stephanie Phillips, with art by Aaron Cooter, with Scott Hanna as well. What is up with my vowels this evening? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, ta-da! I read this book. It's about She-Hulk being stuck on Sakaar.
Sakaar.
After Hulk and Amadeus Cho, Hulk went to go deal with Imperial. They haven't returned yet because of reasons from Imperial. But they're on their way back. But she was here to just kind of maintain things.
Bring law to
Bring
Sakaar.
law after the death of his son.
Mm-hmm. His other son, not the one you wanted to die.
His other son. Not that son, the other son. She's been there. There's all sorts of, like, lawlessness there. It's driving her wild.
Sure.
Inevitably, like, so, like, one of the other Hulks, the son who died, like 5 brides, is going to be remarried. It was all like he married the one because, like, she was nobody. She was like a gladiator, and like clearly that was the one that he was like, I'm gonna marry this one. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, well, but now you need to marry that one in order to make peace. And you marry that one to make peace. And you marry that one to make peace, right? Okay. Like, so just all these marriages of peace and convenience. So one of them's getting remarried. Oh no, there's an attack, and then she's dead. And so like that
ends the peace.
Yeah, and like her betrothed is just like, that's it. I'm the king of Sakaar.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking over.
Right, because
So, like, there's obviously, and like, She-Hulk's like, I would like to leave.
Yeah, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to be here any longer.
I don't
know if you know this, but I'm not from around here.
Yeah.
I want to go back to my life. This isn't for me.
Yeah, I want to hook up with Jack of Hearts.
And there's like, there's an alien there who has access to a ship.
Oh, great.
And, but like, he's like, well, I need you to help me out here. I need you to get my guy here, like, at the throne, essentially. Oh, no. Like, kind of back him on it. But there's like another individual who's like, a lot of people like him, and like, you know, he has like the support of the people and stuff like that. So there's going to be like political infighting and such. And She-Hulk's like, okay, I don't want to do this. But so she talks with the first bride of I can't remember what his name, Hero.
I don't remember.
She seems to think that the bride who died wasn't killed by who they think it was. She doesn't say who it was. I don't know if she knows, but she's like, I don't think it was this cult. I think it was something else.
Okay. It was a political killing.
I think, yes. And there's like a couple of characters where you're like, it's probably one of those too.
Right.
You know, just trying to put someone in position for something. Another one of the brides has interest in the person who is like supported by the people. No, supported by the people.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see what happens. Like, there's like a
oh, that's it?
Well, I mean, like, essentially, like, the guy who's like, I'm in charge, like, has himself paraded through town on like a throne carried by like guys. Yeah. And he shows up. He's like, hey, everybody,
don't worry, I'm in charge.
I'm your king now. It's cool. Don't worry. Just want to let you know, like, I'm gonna like really bring the hammer down on those who oppose us.
Okay. Who opposes us?
The guy who has the support of like the other gladiators and other people. And so he shows up and he's like, hey, why don't we just fight you and I?
Right.
Like, let's just do that.
Just wrap it up here.
And he's just like, no, I don't think so. Like the other guy, the would-be king is just like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Guards,
yeah,
kill him.
But I'm already in charge. Why would I do that? Why would I give that up?
Literally. Yeah. And so like the people who are with him, including the first bride, is like, he's like, you don't have to. This is not your fight. Yeah. And they're like, no, we're with you, man. And She-Hulk's like, me too. I think his name is Quaid.
Okay.
So when
Start the reactor.
So when she walks up to him, she's like, I stand with Quad. He's like, it's Quaid. But I thank you anyway. I appreciate you. Yeah. I'm like, yep, okay, cool, whatever. Okay. It's interesting. Like, when I describe it, you're like, what?
No, I get it. I mean, you know,
it's like political intrigue.
A lot of moves.
It's like all this political intrigue, and like She-Hulk is like,
no,
I don't.
Yeah, it's like, I hate C-SPAN. And I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you.
Like, she's like, I don't want to be like, I want to watch Game of Thrones. Yeah. I don't want to live Game of Thrones.
I don't want to be I'm not a kingmaker. Like that's fair, Jen.
I just want I liked the big bathtub.
Yeah.
And the comfy seat.
Right.
But like,
but not the leading.
I don't want to do any of this. But like, I made a promise, so I have to You know what I mean? Like it's that, and like
yes.
there's something about that to me is like very endearing.
Yes.
But that may not be what other people think of when
Well,
they
who
think
knows?
of She-Hulk.
I don't know how the book sells. I mean,
Well, no, I mean like just in general. Like I'm like people might be like,
sounds like Jen to me.
does it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The art's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
Okay.
Totally fine. Completely fine. She-Hulk.
Yep.
I hit the wrong one. There it is. Look at me. I'm a doing it. I'm
You're
a doer. I'm a doer. I'm trying to find the other book I read, which was in here. There it is. The one other book. No, I'm kidding. That's what it sounded like I was saying.
Yeah, but no.
No.
There's more.
I did other books.
Mm-hmm. You need to hit the other one.
I know. Give me a second.
Yay!
Give me a second, man. I'm fighting the decorations.
We'll just get rid of it.
No. We need these. They're holiday. They bring us holiday energy.
Okay.
Moon Knight came out this week.
It sure did.
This is Moon Knight number...
Fist of Khonshu.
Yes, this is Fist of Khonshu.
Not to be confused with the next iteration of the series.
We're going to get there.
Is this the last issue of this series?
Kind of. Yes.
Okay.
But give me a second. I
right,
got to scroll back.
Take your time.
This is Moon Knight number 15 by Jed McKay with art by Domenico Carbone.
Okay.
Nay? I don't know. Anyway, we got to finish up the Wrecker storyline. This was clearly put in here as like partially like we need like a 3-issue story or a 4-issue story in order to get to the end. But it's fun because you know it reunites him with like characters he knows from his past.
Yeah.
And you know Jed McKay gets an opportunity to be like, oh hey, here are some characters Moon Knight has had interaction with. Let's bring in the Wrecker. Let's bring in Scarlet Scarab. Right? Like Scarlet Scarab has a long history, not as Scarlet Scarab, but in her before times with Moon Knight. So let's get her in. What would an excuse for that be? Well, here's a great opportunity, right? Like dealing with a necromancer and ghosts and all that stuff. Bring her in here, right?
That sounds like it's something you're up your alley.
Well, I mean, like ghosts
and necromancers.
Yeah. If there's an opportunity in a game for me to play, which is not very often, but to play a necromancer, I'm gonna play it. What?
Tomb of the Necromancer?
No, it's Tomb of the Necro Dancer.
Oh yeah.
It's Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
No, that's it. Well,
anyway.
it's the same thing.
Anyway, it's just it's fun. They're skeletons usually. You get to make skeletons.
Sure.
You're like skeletons.
Who doesn't love that kind of power?
They're always excited.
Yeah. Does Uncle Sweaty come back?
No.
Oh.
What? Who wants that?
I don't know.
Show of hands at this table. Do not. Yeah, exactly. No one. No one wants Uncle Sweaty to come back. Terrible.
I think Ethan does.
Yeah, I think he does too. Anyway, so we just wrap this up, and we wrap it up in a very sort of clever way in which like Moon Knight gets to utilize, because he's got to deal with the necromancer, and he also has to deal with the Wrecker, who now has all those angry ghosts inside of him from last issue.
Yes,
like
I remember that now.
He's a Wrecker filled with ghosts now.
Angry ghosts.
I really, really love saying these things.
I know.
I just want you to know that. Like,
yeah, I'm glad that we
stop raising your hand in the chat for wanting this.
Yeah.
Stop.
Jed McKay shows up. He's like, me.
I want Uncle Sweaty to come back. Stop.
He's like, I wasn't. That is not his name. I do not authorize Uncle Sweaty to be the name. I'm not going to let Ben be the creator of a name for a character.
It's fine. Anyway, so he leaves Scarlet Scarab and Reese to deal with, well, really Scarlet Scarab, and then like Reese also is there to deal with the necromancer.
Yep.
And he's like, tell Reese that I need Jinnar, that I'm gonna go get Jinnar.
Okay.
Okay, and Jinnar was the sword. Remember what like that he got in the last arc with the dragon in it, and it needs to feed.
Right.
Okay. And so like she's Scarlet Scarab goes and talks to the necromancer, and it's funny because it's like the necromancer makes some good points where he's just like, okay, let me get this straight. Like you're gonna like, you know, he's gonna use this sword, which Reese explains what the sword is, and like to either like feed the ghosts to that thing, or I stop. So it's like the Wrecker gets to do what he wants. They don't get their vengeance. And like Scarlet Scarab's like, you're totally responsible for it. You made this happen. Like those ghosts have kind of moved on and you brought them back. You made them angry. This is all on you because you weren't happy.
Right.
This is all about you because you couldn't get over it. Right. And I was like,
fair enough.
She just cut through him. Right.
Yeah.
And
she's
like,
a sword.
She's his own sword. So like, Moon Knight pushes Wrecker with the ghosts into the mission, has the sword brought to him, and he's fighting him versus the crowbar, right? Because it's like the sword was made in Vanaheim, so we have like these
you got two enchanted weapons. That's kind of awesome. I kind of love that.
Kind of cool. That's happening in the background too, like
the foreground.
Well, we're seeing it, but it's like the real thing is to stop the necromancer, right?
Right.
So like Scarlet Scarab and the necromancer actually like come to blows because of it, because he's like, no, like he's like he can't handle it, right? And so like Reese goes to like butt into the middle of it, and she's like, no, stop, this isn't like stopping anything. And like the necromancer like has an axe and he brings it down, it hits Reese in the chest, and she like falls down, right?
No.
And he immediately is like, I didn't mean to do that. She jumped in front of me, and like as though he's like, everybody saw that, right?
Yeah.
Like he needed,
you all saw that. You can't prove anything.
Like he needed a dash cam. And he's just like, no, she did. She jumped in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, buddy. Yeah, it's a lot less powerful of a necromancer,
right?
Well, no.
Scarlet Scarab's like, how could you do? Like you like. She was just a kid, like you just killed her. And he's like, well, he's like, let me help, like I'll just like, he wants to like necromancy it or whatever, or like he maybe try to help her because he
can't solve all your problems with necromancy.
He was an emergency responder as well, right?
Oh, okay.
And like he's like, I just wanted justice, like it just got so big, like I don't understand. And like she proceeds to like explain like the fact that like he just needed to let it go.
Yes, exactly.
Like, and that he needed to get over it, and like she's like, he wrecks everything, including you. Right. Like you let him make you like this. Like, but you don't have to be like that. Let it go. Yeah. Let him not have control over you. So you freeze the spirits.
Oh, great.
Right. It was just hilarious because it's just an image of like the Wrecker standing there, and like he's
Ghosts
just like
blasting out of him,
and like he's just pouring out of his mouth.
Ugh.
And I'm like, not nice.
No.
So then like the necromancer like bursts into bats or some sort of flying creature and like leaves.
Oh, okay.
And like Charlotte Scott's like,
he
no,
blew bats, and then he left.
Yeah. Moon Knight and Wrecker show up. This like, I love this so much because you're like, you the reader who've been reading this are like, but I mean Reese is fine. She's a vampire.
Yeah, exactly. But like she knew that. Like they played him.
No, Scarlet Scarab doesn't know this.
Oh.
And neither did the necromancer.
Right.
So like they walk out and
she's like, what's
and
up?
like she's like about? And like Scarlet Scarab's like, Mark, I'm so sorry. Like she just. And he's like, Reese, what are you doing? For God's sake, get up. Like, and he's like, oh, is he gone? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
So
we played him.
Like
a sap.
For the big scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they save the day. Wrecker is like, hey, yeah, nice job, Moon Knight. You really got rid of that.
You really drained my ghost.
Let's go to the bar. It's beer o'clock. And Moon Knight's like, screw you.
Yeah.
And Wrecker's like, don't forget, you're just like me. And Moon Knight's like, you know what? Yes, I have killed people. There's blood on my hands. Yes. But the difference is I try to make it better every day, and you don't.
Right.
Like, you suck.
You can get a spoon so you can eat my ass. You suck. And then he moons him because he's mooned.
No, he's like, you know what? Like, yeah, fine. You're right. Like, I don't want to change. What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to punch you.
Did you just make him? I'm just not letting you have this. No. Stop with the Moon Knight.
I just like the idea of him mooning people.
Why would you undercut the book I like?
Nice, it's a great book. I love it. It's just weird. Like that. Is this the end of the issue, or is this the end of the series for now?
Sort of, not really. So,
okay.
Well, Wrecker's like, like I'm not gonna Jiminy Cricket this. Like, like you're like I'm.
Right, you didn't change me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to change me. I'm talking for myself.
He's like, no, you need to be punished though. Wrecker's like, what? And then behind him we see Clea Strange is there.
What?
And she's like, hey, yeah, like yeah, come on, you're gonna come with me. I'm from
the dark dimension.
Yeah, I'm from a place of terror and pain.
Yay!
I heard you hurt my husband.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking, let's go. And so she just takes him away.
That's awesome.
I was like, that's a cool use.
Yes.
Clea just shows up.
Yep. She's like, Jed McKay wrote me too.
She gets to be the boogeyman.
I love it.
And just take Wrecker away.
She's that moment in Ghost.
Yeah.
You're dead, Willie.
It's time to go. So then Scarlet Scarab's like, I gotta go back.
Okay.
And he's like, but you could totally show up and like, and I'm like, where is like Tigra left? Like,
yeah,
where is
Tigra?
In a minute. We have not seen her in a few issues. So like, she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and that's it.
Okay.
And she's like, be good, and then she like disappears.
For goodness sake.
And then Moon Knight gets hit by a dart.
Oh no.
And like he falls asleep, and someone like handcuffs him and takes him away, saying that we need immediate exfil. We got to get him to the black site.
Okay.
So then Reese comes out. She's like, "Oh, we got a call," and he's just gone, and the dart's there. And we see a little preview where it's like, "Where is Mark Spector?"
Oh, that's fun.
And so it looks like Mark Spector's like eating cereal in like a room with a TV, and he's like watching a Moon Knight show.
Oh,
so I'm like, are we doing a reprogramming here? Like, so it's a little samey in the way that it's like before Mark died, and then like the crew had to find him, or like not find him, but had to fill in. I'm like, are they now going to be on the search for him?
Right.
But like, I don't care. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm excited. So that'll be called Mark Spector Moon Knight #1.
Yes.
That'll be on sale in February.
Okay.
2026.
Cool.
So I think we'll have like a little maybe break. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where this goes, right? Because like this last few issues, like we didn't get a lot of play for Hunter's Moon. Tiger was barely in it. We didn't see Soldier. Like it was Reese kind of was in it, but it was mainly Moon Knight and Scarlet Scarab and Wrecker, right? So we haven't really been like using our other characters, which is maybe good. We get them back and we be like, yay, amazing.
I missed you. Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to fill you in because, like, seemingly this is the end of that. I guess
this is the last issue of this series.
I think.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I checked.
Okay.
So next time you want to read Moon Knight, if you want to change your pull list, you gotta order Mark Spector Moon Knight #1 2026. So check that out in February.
Someone was asking if I was going to talk about Power Fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, you love this series. It's like a perfect book.
I do, but I also don't. Like I want to talk about it because people should be reading it because it's like easily one of like the best superhero series I've read in a long time, in which it's like really this deconstruction of superheroes in terms of like a more realistic world with alternate
but not in like a
history
weird, cynical way.
Yeah, it's not necessarily cynical. It's just more realistic. And like, yes, there are characters in there who are cynical, but like the characters who are there they're not ideals.
Yes.
Right, but they're not like also like purposefully
monsters.
like they're not monsters.
They're human.
Yeah, they are, and sometimes that can be monstrous.
Sure.
Right. So I just want to say like yes, this issue came out, and yes, it is another amazing issue. It's issue 14, and it may be the third to last issue.
Yeah.
Because Gillen did say he could end it at 16, and I'm hoping he doesn't.
But he doesn't want to. It's because sales are so low.
It's just not. It's not where he would hope it. That he hoped it would be.
I don't blame him. Yeah.
But I mean, it's a phenomenal series, and if it does end at 16, that's fine.
That's okay.
And like, I think what'll end up happening with this book is people will find it.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, this is amazing! I wish there was more."
Well, then he can bring back a series like 5 years later.
And then we'll all be like, "What?
Where were you?
I'm kidding.
Where
I'm
were
kidding.
you when you could have kept the book going in the original series?
Where was Condor?"
Where was Condor?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's where
when the Power Fantasy fell.
That's where I'm going to be. I mean, like, it's just it's a spectacular book. It's Kieran Gillen. It's Casper Wingard.
Yes.
The book looks like nothing else on the shelves right now. It's spectacularly written. In the back of the issues, you tend to get a gorgeous letter written by either the author or by
the editor or the artist.
Yes, but it's not in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went for just more pages.
All right.
Like
That's cool.
more issue. More book. So don't let this one be like, oh, I heard there was letters. There's often essays by either Gillen himself or by a guest.
But
they're
not
very,
this one.
But they're very informative when they're in there, and it's definitely worth a read. If you haven't read this series yet, do not start with this issue. Go back, get the first volume. It's very affordable.
Yes, Image always makes the first volume.
Image makes the first volume very affordable. We're talking like $12, $14, something like that. I don't know. It's a great opportunity. There was a link. I still have it somewhere for a primer if you just want to get to know the characters and the world. It's a great world. If you were someone who was like Watchmen was something that you liked the idea of, but like maybe it was too dark
Not even
for
budget,
you.
just like, but I want more. I wish there were
I'm
more,
just
but I'm
saying,
not a sequel to Watchmen.
For some people, maybe they read Watchmen. It was just like kind of a lot.
That's fair.
Right?
That's kind of a lot.
It's kind of a lot because it's dark. It's
also from a very specific time.
It's from a very specific time. The art style is fantastic, but also it is every piece of panel is often used up, right? Wingard's is a lot more like artistry, artistic,
art forward.
art forward. I don't know how to describe it. It's
I
just
hear you.
it's very
It explores the space.
It explores the space, but not in like a jam-packed kind of way. It's a little the panels or compositions is very different.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, if it's something where it's like, oh, I always like Watchmen, but like it seemed too this, seemed too that, seemed too locked in the time period it came from. Seems like you had to know too much history, right? Power fantasy, you don't really need to know the actual correct history. It's more that you need to understand, like, when he'll break it down, where he's just like, this happens, and it's like, oh, okay, I don't think that happened in real life because Europe's still there or something, right? Like,
exactly.
You'll be able to figure it out. Like, Gillen will give you what you need in it.
Give you what you need.
Give you what you need, and like I said, like, it's just a really beautiful, like, breakdown, love letter, and like also examination of the superhero genre. And it's from a person who was just, when he was coming up with this, had just gotten done with like Krakoa, right? The Krakoa era of X-Men, which doesn't mean you're getting that, but it just means here's a person who's just been dealing with like superheroes and their interaction with human beings.
Yeah.
And he wanted to tell more. He wanted to talk more about that, but not have to worry about like, you know, irreversible repercussions in the Marvel universe. Gets to just do it here.
Yeah.
Right. And like that's what I think is so brilliant, where it's not like he's like, and here's my Cyclops like allegory. No. It's just a kind of like more of a what if, but in terms of just superheroes in general. Like I think it's just a stunning series, and I wish more people had found it. Yeah. And like I said, like if it ends at issue 16, it's been a beautiful ride.
Yes.
And I loved every moment of it. And if it doesn't, yay.
Yay. All the better. Well, that's fair. Well, I read Amazing Spider-Man Torn #3 from the artist Perez and the author creator Babylon 5 J. Michael Straczynski. This is continuation of the series. It's set in the college years of Spider-Man. New character though. This lady who has no supervillain name despite Spider-Man's desperate need to have one.
She looks like a gargoyle.
Yeah, she does. She's transformed by a magical book, and then she needs it back, but like she killed people to get it, and so Spider-Man's like, you can't have this book anymore. I'm sorry. You give up that right when you start murdering people.
Gamora Arkham Horror?
Right, it might as well be. But yeah, so this issue is heavy on the action, but it's of course split up. One half is Mary Jane goes to Aunt May to talk about how much she loves Peter, and the other half is Spider-Man fighting this gargoyle chick. And it's great action, fun set pieces. It's just Spider-Man fighting a flying person, so can't go wrong with that. Great quips, great characterization. You get some fun. There's a lot of like Spider-Man media, particularly comics, where they're like, so MJ is the one who made it. She's the one who survived. When they got married, they ruined the character. We hate the marriage. We hate Mary Jane as a result, blah, blah, blah. Gwen's great because, she's preserved. This story is like very Mary Jane forward, and like Gwen's the problem because like, Gwen's keeping Peter from who he should be with. That's kind of like that seems to be kind of like this underlying thing. Okay. And I kind of appreciate that. There's a very heartfelt conversation between Pete and Harry that is like very it's very like boy talk, but with two people who are not that kind of person.
Yes.
They're so awkward. It's very interesting, very well done. It's what Spider-Man should read like.
Okay.
But it's a gorgeous looking book and it's fun, and I hope that it leads to more. May it outsell Amazing Spider-Man. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
It's a good series. Keep it up. I think there's like 2 more issues left. Yeah. The last page, she gets sucked into another dimension, and like they're basically like, there's a voice from out in the darkness that's like, you're gonna be like, you will call me master. We don't know who it is, but I'm hoping it's an awesome magic pull because we know that Straczynski loves Doctor Strange, and always wanted to write an ongoing series for Doctor Strange set in main continuity, and never got to.
Yeah.
But.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, it ain't Doc, but it could be Dormammu or something. And that'd be kind of.
That's true.
Or
that wouldn't be bad.
Or Mordo. I don't know. But anyway, it's a good book. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely pick it up. It's certainly better than Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh. Shots fired.
Yeah. Sorry for your weird, empty book, but this is good.
Excellent.
It's great. Alien vs. Captain America.
Yeah, no, it is. It honestly is.
Frank Thierry, Stefano Raffaele.
Yes.
Man, great series, great second issue, fantastic second issue, in fact. First issue was fun to read, easy read.
Yes.
But, I was like, it could go in any direction. It could go downhill real fast. It could be awesome. Who knows? Second issue, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, what happens in the second issue is what I kind of thought was going to happen. But like when I said last time that I was like, it'd be great if it's just a Howling Commandos versus Alien book.
Yeah, that's this issue.
No, this is where it becomes aliens.
Yeah, and all the Howling Commandos die. They're murdered by xenomorphs. And
that first one, I was like, I've never seen that before.
Me too.
I was like,
yeah, I was like,
literally,
what?
I had a real reaction to it.
It was great.
A full body reaction.
Right? Way to go, Thierry. Like that. Yeah, I've never seen a chest-bursting larvae xenomorph attack a person. It just burrows into the guy's face.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's awesome. You got me.
It was horrific, but like in a great way.
Yeah. Obviously, Nick Fury is going to get his eye bitten out by a friggin' xenomorph.
Well, he doesn't even go. Like he's just like we don't even know where he is right now.
We don't, but he's going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we lose the Howling Commandos. Cap and Bucky fight some xenomorphs. It looks like things are grim. And then a Kree sentry shows up.
Yeah, at first I was like, is that a Sentinel?
Right, yeah, because they look very similar because they were invented around the same time. But like,
I was like, is that a 1940s version of a Sentinel?
I had to do a lot of research years and years ago about sentries and, the Kree. And I was like, so I know them intimately. I'm like, hey, a Kree sentry has arrived. And then the Kree show up and it's like, it's Captain Marvel. And he's like, hey, it's me. Captain Marvel, I'm probably going to get chest bursted. And I'm like, oh no, we're going to get a blue xenomorph. Cool.
Probably. I could see that. Honestly, I was so like, you're very excited about that stuff. When the Commandos went down, like when I knew what was happening.
When Dum-Dum.
He was like the second one.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's over.
I'm like, oh no.
I'm like, oh, Bucky's going to die.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Once Dum-Dum went down, I'm like, oh, we're going to kill everybody but Cap.
Yeah.
That's cool. This is good. It's awesome. Xenomorphs look fantastic.
They really do.
They really get it. It's not like no one's going off book or making it weird.
Mm-hmm.
They look great, and it's cool, and Cap is just like, okay.
Is anyone else worried about the fact that they took the Queen?
Yeah. I can't wait to see what they do with it.
I'm like,
what do they do? Where are they going?
What are you doing?
I'm hyped.
Red Skull's going to marry her.
Yeah.
It's like every king needs a queen.
There we go.
She's like,
what?
Yeah.
I killed you and fed you my drones.
This is like really well done. Like there is something about like you think of xenomorphs, you think of the future, you think of like all of that, right?
You think space.
There is something about World War II. World War II is just such an easy place to set things.
Yeah.
Because there's all like sorts of like random like either like true stories or old wives' tales or rumors about like magic and stuff like that. You can put anything.
You can do anything.
Yeah. Oh, it was a monster story. But really, what it was a xenomorph.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's great. It's fun. It's cool. It works. Is it my first pitch for an Alien crossover from the Marvel Universe? Absolutely not.
Well, sometimes that's the best ones.
I
like
know.
Sometimes you think like, well, obviously you got to use your big tier, like number one, like you got to do Wolverine, you got to do Spider-Man, you got to do this.
They did do Aliens versus Avengers, but like,
right, like you got to do all these things, and it's just like, but what if I just tell you a dope story about World War II and Captain America?
That's right. It doesn't hurt the brand. It only makes it better. It makes you more excited.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Yeah, I really did. Really had a great time with it. Like very much invested. Again, like the Commandos, I was like, I mean, I kind of saw it coming.
Well, I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, like, I assumed they were going to be like, we're going to lose one or two per issue. I didn't think we'd lose. Like, literally, someone just goes, I think it's Bucky. They're like, the Commanders are dead.
Yes.
Like, they killed all the Howling Commandos.
They're all gone.
Yeah, they did.
They're all gone. And like, Cap's got his shield, and he's like, it's the acid doesn't seem to
affect it.
Right, which is great.
Yep.
But he fought one.
Right.
And then there's like a whole bunch.
Well,
I love that moment.
Well, now Kree can help fight them.
I know.
It's great.
Yeah. It's insane.
I wonder if he'll get the invaders involved. Like, or is Namor going to fight them? Like, is the Human Torch robot version going to fight them?
Yeah.
Like, I'm expecting the invaders to show up. But yeah, it's cool.
It is very cool. I liked it a lot. Had a fun time. Yeah. I think for a lot of people, they're like, I could imagine people being like, I'm not gonna. Trust me, it's fun.
It is worth it
because
if
it's
you're an
World War II
fan or a Captain America fan. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yes, for sure. It gives you that like. I don't know. It really just makes you think of the movies that you probably enjoy, but without being like too much of a ripoff of them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get like the like, oh yeah, we're gonna get in there, we're gonna do our thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna Hudson it up.
Yeah. But it's a little different. Because
some
of those made it.
Yeah, some of those guys made it longer than the Howling Commandos did.
Yes.
Yeah, solid.
For sure. Awesome.
What else we got? Anything?
I think that's it. I think that was the last book.
I think so too. What's the book of the week?
Oh, man.
It's tough. I mean, power fantasy.
Probably just that. But no. I don't know. I mean, listen, Cat Erica was so good, but I think my book of the week is going to be power fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do it? I did it. Look at me go.
Look at you go.
And what's yours going to be?
I want to give it to Torn because I love it so much, or Cap because it was so fantastic. But I'm going to give... Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to Cap. Cap is great. Last Starship, honorable mention. I think Last Starship was so fun. It's what I'm looking for from Star Trek now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just firing on all cylinders or firing on all nacelles.
Well, or not.
But this book is just fantastic.
Just right.
Come on the show, Thierry. We'll talk more about Cap and Alien. But yeah, loved it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So yeah, let's for now, let's jump into our super chats and thank and acknowledge all of our wonderful sponsors for today's show.
We're
incredibly
very
generous
sweet.
this holiday season.
Very
and
sweet.
And then we're gonna recommend books that are coming out this week that we think you should check out because there are
yeah.
comics coming out on Christmas effing Eve.
So,
including books by our wonderful and talented special guest today from Stephanie Williams.
Excellent.
So yeah, let's see what we got here. We got Coffney or Cough NY, who says, C-Pop, woo, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to the crew. Been watching this since the TV Little House days. First vid was the Comic Uno collab around the time, the year 2014. Y'all haven't aged a day. Was sad to miss the Weekly Pull reunion stream, but I'll catch the next one. Well, thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
That was a fun time.
Yeah.
That was a Wild West, man. We were just like, oh, we'll collab with whoever, like whoever. It's just like whoever's in the space.
Just meeting people,
doing stuff. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
But thank you very much for that. That's very kind.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
for your
that.
generosity.
Very kind, very kind. Super kind.
Always great to see you in the chat. We really appreciate it, man.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Yes.
I'm always like, do that.
It's okay.
It's just me. Like, yeah, you're nice. Thank you.
Cat Lord of Adventure Treats. Go ahead.
You guys look great.
Thank you.
Festive. Happy holidays, by the way. Have you read G.I. Joe by Williamson?
I have read it. I haven't read enough of it to be able to say, oh, you got to check out the next issue. But it's Riley Rossimo's art is great. No, not Riley Rossimo. I'm sorry. It's not him. No, he'll correct me in the chat. But Williamson's doing a great job. He understands the characters. I just don't love G.I. Joe.
It's fair.
So I just can't it's really great, especially if you're a G.I. Joe fan.
Keller goes on to say the current arc is really fun. I had no idea G.I. Joe had so much lore, LOL.
That's the thing, right? There's a lot of lore, and I can't fake it. Tom Riley, thank you very much. It was Tom Riley.
I can see where you got your
doing a great job on art, by the way. It looks great. It's like a big 2 AAA selling title. Fantastic creators, and yeah, the Dreadnought War is a huge deal. And if you were a G.I. Joe fan, you've been waiting forever for it. Anyway,
sure.
Thank you. Hulkzilla 20 or Hulkzilla 0 says, I want to wish everyone this amazing, incredible, fantastic, astonishing, uncanny, mighty, suspenseful, strange community without fear a Merry Christmas. And for those who don't celebrate it, I still wish you a wonderful end of the year. Much love. Thank you, Hulkzilla. It's always great to see you, man. And we do really, really appreciate
That's an
your
amazing
kindness.
comment.
Fantastic
I love
comment.
that comment.
Wonderful adjectives.
So good.
Yep.
Just no notes.
No notes.
No notes. Thank you so much, Hulkzilla. Thank you for being a continued member of our community,
Yep.
a huge supporter, and just a kind face. I don't know. It's not just a name, but
no, it's true. But a phenomenal voice in this industry. We do
in the
appreciate
chat
you.
and in the community for sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kingsport Cal says Merry Christmas tree. No, Christmas. ComicPop, been watching since day one.
Thank you, man. Great
Love
to
that.
see you again.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure. We do appreciate you, sir.
Very much appreciated.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Tea Time 480. I've heard Sal mention that he initially liked Invincible, the comic, but there was a turning point when the quality declined. Wondering when that was. Wasn't the quality? It was just I didn't agree with the direction of the book, and I couldn't sympathize with my protagonist anymore. And I was just like, that's enough. And it was the time travel arc. I was like, oh, I'm out.
There's more to it.
I love the comic generally, though. It did have its low points. I hate the show because I think it utterly butchered the Mark's character and removed everything that made him appealing. an appealing hero, and a comic fan. Yeah, I mean, like the show, I watched some of the cartoon, but I couldn't get into it enough. Plus, I know where it's going because Kirkman is intimately involved in it. So I know it's going to be at least pretty beholden. Like, I think that when the time travel arc comes up, people are going to be like, "What?" Like, it's going to blow people's minds, and they're still going to do it. And I'm just like, no, I don't care. Like, also the show seems to be like much more extreme for extreme's sake. They're like, we got to go further with the cartoon. It's just like I am completely over the movieification and TVification of comics such that they are the legitimizers. Like I didn't even think about as a kid how much I thought about comics being legitimized by like movies. Like, oh, this comic is so good, I can't wait for them to make a cartoon adaptation or a movie or something. And I'm like, dude, I do not want to see that because it'll never be as good. Comics are a legitimate medium, if not the legitimate medium. Like, there's nothing better.
Yeah.
And like, while movies are cool and I love movies and I have a deep affinity and love and passion for movies, that does make one. Don't do this again or that. Or if you're gonna do that, do it. But like, no one gets together a crew of 10,000 people or whatever to make a movie that is literally just what the guy who did it over there did. They're gonna do their own thing, and so it's gonna be different, unless it's headed up by Robert Kirkman, in which case it's gonna be whatever he felt like he was doing. But I don't. I think Invincible's a fine book, but I had to get off.
Yeah, I totally get it.
But I read it all. I read the whole damn series.
Excellent.
Anyway.
Drew Pittman says, saw the No Comment Required episode. Fun fact, Lady Death creator Brian Pulido worked on Batteries Not Included as a production assistant.
That is insane. I did not know that. That's funny. I don't think I've met him, but I've seen him at conventions in the area. That's really funny. Thank you for that fun fact. That
awesome.
That is a fun fact. TBG Hydregion says, hey, y'all. Ever since I caught up with back issues, I decided to catch up with Off the Rack, too. It was heartbreaking to see Sal hopeful that Wells' run would be enjoyable. Hindsight's a bitch. Yeah, it always is. But, I was just looking forward to something different. And, Wells was doing such a good job with Hellions.
Yes.
And he's so funny, and he writes really great stuff with, Robot Chicken. And,
yes.
And I will say I really liked his Deadpool Batman story. I got to meet him again at New York Comic Con, and he had no line. And I was like, yo, and it was really funny, actually. I'll tell this anecdote.
Sure.
New York Comic Con, this is why you should go to cons, folks. But we were at Comic Con. I saw his table over there, Zeb Wells' table, and I was like, I love Deadpool Batman. I love how that's great. That was the first one in 21 years. Let's go over there and talk to him. So I went over there. I'm like, hey, man, listen, Deadpool and Batman's great. And, it's one of the worst Spider-Man runs in, like, the last 10 years. So, like, he probably didn't get a lot of like good vibes during that show. So I wanted to throw him, a buck and be like, yo, man, this is awesome. I love this. Funny stuff. Your Deadpool's terrific. Your Batman was fun. I really like this issue. And so it really opened him up, and he got a chance to talk about it and the process and stuff. Then Ryan Stegman saunters over. So he starts getting into it. And so I'm talking to Stegman and Zeb Wells. And then they bust out the beautiful Ryan Stegman variant cover of that issue of Deadpool and Batman, where it's the Wolverine Hulk cover. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. And so, like, they're talking about that. I'm like, this is my favorite cover. And then they just gave me the cover. Like, they gave me the book for free. And then they signed it.
You offered to buy it.
No, I did. They were like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this. And then they were like, okay, that'll be this much money. And then someone's like, don't charge him for that. And I was like, no, it's cool. And they're like, no, let him have it. And then they all signed it. And we talked about it. And they gave me way too much information about it. It was great. And it was just like, that's why you should go to Comic-Cons. Just like, and spread good vibes, But, that Amazing Spider-Man was not good.
I noticed that you did not recall a very specific piece of information about that interaction.
No, what's that?
Wow. I was with you, first of all.
I know.
And Zeb Wells remembered the fact that I interviewed him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. For New York Comic Con, you interviewed him.
And I thought that was really sweet because
it
was a rough time for him.
Yes. Well, because it was the beginning, it was just like he was already getting some heat. And they were already lining him up for interviews, and he was like, I gotta defend this run that like nobody likes. And you were one of the positive voices that were like, hey, let's talk about it. And that was really cool. Yeah, and I love that he remembered that. That was a couple of years ago.
But that's like someone who it's just like, again, like, I'm not defending the run. I didn't read the run like fully. I had read some so that I could prepare for that interview, right? But like I'm not a Spider-Man reader.
Right. That's
right.
fair.
So it's like I'm also approaching it from a different perspective.
100%.
But I will say, like, that is like, for me, someone who is like a professional. I'm not expecting every person that we've ever talked to or interviewed to remember us, because they talk to a lot of people.
It's true.
But when someone does, that's always like something where I'm just like, that's a person who cares.
Well, and not only that, like, you know, when he was done, you know, when we were done, he was just like, I'm like, what are you working on next? He's like, I'm not really doing a lot of comic work. Like, I'm writing movies and stuff. Like, I'm a busy guy. And it's like, it was really cool to like remember that, you know, like not only the fact that like this guy writes like movies that gross like $600 million, $800 million, but also he's going to cons.
Yes.
He's still in the trenches, but also that he like remembered that you that you just sat with him from CBR and chat with him.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice. And it also is a reminder that they're people.
Yes. That's true. Yes. It's always good to be reminded that the people that you're maligning online are human beings with hopes, fears, and doubt, just like you.
Yes, for sure.
Is this Arduit?
Yes, Arduit says, "Happy holidays, y'all."
You too.
Thank you so much, first of all, for your very kind super chat.
Yeah.
Saying, thanks for a wonderful year of work. Y'all helped me fully get into comics, which has spread into friends and family. We're like a virus.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Finding books they like too, and new friends. The work and advocacy y'all do matters, and I hope y'all know that.
Thank you, Arduit. We know it thanks to amazing members of the community like you, not just because of your very generous super chats, but also because you guys say these things and remind us that like there is an impact of any kind.
Yeah.
If we can make one, that is the most rewarding and validating aspect of our job.
I freaking love it spreading into friends and family, and also finding new friends. Like that
invaluable.
That's the goals. That's like that's such the goals. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
And like for your new friends and for your family getting involved too. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Agreed.
I love it. Yes. Let's go. Let's go.
Sombra Shadow.
Yes, Somber Shadow.
Says, Merry Christmas, Comic Pop. I was curious if you guys saw that Captain Atom will supposedly be in Creature Commandos Season 2. How much money do you want to bet that he blows up by the end? That's his power, right? Yep. I mean, what's the over-under on that? There's no way that there will be a scene where his suit gets torn and he's like, oh no, I'm going to explode. It's a question about whether they will blow him up.
Yes.
But given that it's Creature Commandos, he will blow up. Like, he will die.
Okay.
That's a shame because they'll probably cast somebody fun to play Captain Atom. Love the idea of them putting Captain Atom in the DC universe.
Yeah.
It does go along. It's funny. I was talking to Ethan about this in the car while we were having a long weekend. And we were talking about like the DC universe and how he's like, what are they doing with all these superheroes? Like in the DCU, like like they introduced Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl and Metamorpho and all these characters. He's like, what are they gonna do with them though? Like you're not gonna make a Metamorpho movie, and you're not gonna make a Justice League movie starring those characters. Like, are they really gonna make like a Hawkgirl movie?
No, I mean like they don't have to make a movie about them.
Nobody's like, but what are they doing then? Like, why are they introducing? Like, what purpose do they serve outside of like being in the movie?
To fulfill or to fill in the world,
right? But like, what?
Don't you want a world that feels lived in?
Yeah, but also why?
Wait, are you being Ethan now, or are you being? Oh, okay.
Like it's like that was he had a lot of questions about that.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, you're gonna put like Creature Commandos. You just added a huge roster of characters and actors into the universe. What are you gonna do with them?
Because if it wasn't, and it was just random people that Superman was interacting with, people would be like, that wouldn't have been great if that had just been this person instead.
Yeah.
That's why, Ethan.
I agree. I also, but I can't help but like devil's advocate a little bit, where I'm like, but what are you going to do with them though? Like, what?
You don't have to do anything.
What's the next project? Like, what are you going to do? What else are you going to do? You know, especially when you can't legitimately make a Metamorpho movie.
But why do you need to make a Metamorpho movie?
Well, what are you going to do with him?
Movies are, you don't have to do.
Well, he's his own franchise. What are you going to do with him?
You don't have to do anything with him.
Then why put him in this movie? Why not make him anybody? Like, if he's not, he's not Metamorpho. Then how about like anyone else? You know, it's an interesting conundrum where it's like this universe is fleshed out, but also we're in a world where they can't afford to take too many.
Okay, well, admittedly,
they can't afford to take as many risks.
Listen, up until they made the show that Nick Fury basically starred in, which was a Nick Fury show, but not a Nick.
Show?
Yeah, but it wasn't really a Nick Fury show, right?
Yeah.
And Nick Fury had his own comic, but nobody was wondering where the Nick Fury movie was.
What?
Like Nick Fury had his own comic, right? He's his own series.
Yeah, but he hasn't had one in like 50
But he
years.
had one.
Yeah.
And Metamorpho hasn't either in a while.
True.
So it's like that's the same thing.
Okay.
Nick Fury just shows up in people's movies. It could have been anybody.
Yeah.
So then why was there not a
But at
question
the
about
very
where's
least-
the Nick Fury movie?
At least Nick Fury appeared in all those other movies.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
Like,
you.
I'm
But Nick Fury
literally-
also serves a purpose. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. The point is, like, it's just
Oh, that
it's
just means I
interesting
was
how
winning
many.
the argument.
There was no argument to be had. So anyway, what's your next question?
Oh, the next one is Hammerhead Comedy. Now, I saw Hammerhead Comedy make this before and then go, I hope you can understand my confusing thing. When we inevitably get it wrong, don't super chat again. Put
Yeah,
it in the chat.
no.
Sal has the chat open.
Yeah, I got it right here.
and
I'll
he will read what this meant. So help us out here. Ready? Carter, I'm God. Arthur, which I assume is Curry. Water Doe.
Oh yeah.
I laughed so hard.
Yes, it was Aquaman versus Hawkman.
Okay. I thought it was Carter Hall. But
Yeah,
I
it was
was like,
Carter Hall.
okay.
Yeah. No, it was just I read that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aquaman just like it was like, come on. And Hawkman's like, but I am a great drawing though, and he's like, I can't argue with that. Anyway, that's the end of that.
Let's get Hawkman and Ghost Rider together.
Yes.
And they could be great drawings at each other.
Yeah, they just like we're really cool looking.
Look at how cool we look. Look at how cool we look together.
No one cares about our histories or what we're doing.
Do you not now want to see a Spirit of Vengeance that is Hawkman?
Yeah, a Hawkman
with like big wings,
rider. Yeah, made
with
of
like
fire.
the helmet
Yeah,
and like the fire's
yeah.
coming
The
out of
helmet is a skull.
No, the helmet goes on the skull and the fire comes out of the helmet.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not want to? Do you not want to see that?
Draw that.
I want to see that.
Don't use AI, but draw that and let us know.
Thank you. Yes, we're good.
All right.
Go.
Harishiv
Yes.
27 says Absolute Wonder Woman gotta be best of the year. Shout out to the
Book of the year.
AWW cosplayer. Oh, Absolute Wonder Woman cosplayer I chatted with volunteering at Thought Bubble UK, one of my con highlights.
Ooh, I wonder if it's the same one.
It
'cause
might have
we
been the same
I
one.
don't know. We saw one at New York Comic Con. There, like, it was the only one I saw.
Yep.
But I'd love it if it was a different one. I
Yes.
would, because that just means that like more people want to cosplay as that.
Yes.
Love it.
I'm thrilled because that cosplayer we met also met Hayden Sherman, and he was like, oh, or they were like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
For sure. I agree that, like, I don't know. I love seeing cosplayers of any kind, but when it's like a character who is either super new
Right.
or you don't see a lot of, like,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Oh, it's that
especially
much
when
more
it's
special.
like done so well, you're like,
Yeah. That was really cool.
yeah, mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
Dom,
Yep.
which I'm like, I can't remember. I can't tell if like
Yeah.
they've gone back to fixing this. Remember, it was like
Yeah.
YouTube was doing that. Dom W says just recently bought Volume 1 for Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman.
Nice.
Also starting G. Willow Wilson's Poison Ivy this week. Are you guys reading Ivy? I read the first couple of issues.
Yes.
And then I fell off, not because it was bad.
No.
Literally, I think there was just too many things coming out at the time. And now, I'll be honest with you, it's gotten to that point where there's so many issues of it that I'm like,
It's too deep.
it feels like it's too deep. But like every time I see a cover for it, immediately I'm like, oh, I want to read this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read it. The covers looks just so stunning.
Yeah.
So stunning. And I like Willow Wilson's work
Mhm.
so much. I like her writing
Yeah,
a
you do.
lot. I really do.
I am not reading it.
Oh my gosh. Arduit, you came back.
Thank you,
oh my
man.
gosh.
Thank
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
Get y'all's OP on John Kent. I know they're doing Young John next year, and a lot of people are here for it, and I get it. I came into the scene loving the idea of a gay rep Superman, but I've not seen it. I've not seen the most
Positive
reaction to him. Yeah, I mean, well, and there's a lot of reasons for that. And there's not a lot of reasons, but there are a number of reasons for that. I don't know what they're doing with the Superboys, like the Reign of the Supermen, but Reign of the Superboys idea. I'm looking forward to seeing it executed because it sounds like a nostalgia trip. But yeah, I mean the John thing is more like people. They did that thing where in the success of the Absolute Universe is because they did both. Because they were like, okay, here's a universe you can jump on board, and here's a universe you can stick on board. With the New 52, they're like, hey, you've been reading? F you. You'll read the new ones. I trust you will, because I know you will. Ugh. And it's been a long time since they since Ultimate Universe, where they were like, here's both.
Yeah.
You like the old universe? Here you go. Here's the new universe. Here you go. With John, they went, you like this character? Well, we're doing this instead. And when I say we, I mean one person. Like literally one person had too much power initially at the DC, staffers, and got their way.
Mm-hmm.
And was it a creatively good decision for the character? I mean, time will tell, but I think time has told, and I don't think that John has really made the impact, because I think that a lot of people like who want to see representation and want to have like an analog character, or at the very least see more representations of whatever, you know, whether it's culture, race, sexual identity, whatever. They want it. They because everyone wants to see themselves in media and to be normalized, and it does such a Herculean effort to make it normalized. But they also don't want it to be like tokenism or like one-dimensional or poorly executed, because it only makes things worse, makes the argument and the fight harder to get representation, or at the very least to get normalization. And with John, it was like you didn't have a great idea for John as an adult or as a teenager, and it seems like your only idea was like to make him bi. And I don't think that your first idea was to make him bi. I think that your making him bi was like a half measure. And and when you make it that, you create these other problems for the character, because we live in an era where if you say one thing, there's going to be a bot that presents to be a person that's going to say the opposite of that thing that you're saying. Or there is, worse yet, a lunatic who's also doing that. And so no matter how like what your opinion is or what your agenda is, there's going to be something shouting it down. And so when even it's just like, oh, it's nice to see a bisexual Superman or a gay Superman or whatever it is, or a gay superhero or bisexual superhero, there's going to be a group that's like, no. And it makes it that much harder when you're like, no, I like John. It's like, why? And it's like, I guess just because like he represents something that's part of me, but like I don't have like a good explanation as to why I like John, because he doesn't really have a discernible personality. And it's like, that's not fair. Like that sucks. And it only does a disservice to everybody when you do that. And so like that's why I'm like, I hear what you're saying, and why it's such a problem for John, because like you have to add to John, like, because John doesn't have a personality, and John doesn't have like a compelling cast of characters, and and you also have a group who were robbed of a thing they already liked, and his sexual identity had nothing to do with it.
No, it really didn't. I think John got caught up in a lot of things, and it was a wild time.
Well, it's like John got roped up into post-COVID world.
Yeah, like
as well.
He got wrapped up into so much, and so I unfortunately think that like he also stands for people just like this like uncertain time for DC as well.
Yeah, that's true. He's like an avatar for like when things felt weird at DC.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's not fair. He should not have to that character should not shoulder that burden.
No, it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
But people make associations, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they're like, oh, that was that terrible era when like they made Superman gay, and it's like, that's not the lesson. That's not the takeaway.
Or when they aged him up, you know what I mean? Like it's just like he like has all this like things that are like being lumped onto him that like aren't,
and they all
really
happen in rapid succession.
But they're not really about his character.
They have nothing to do with his character. Exactly.
Like, just because it's like, like I always associate, whether or not my timeline's correct or not, but like the aging up with like the whole 5G shenanigans.
Absolutely.
With like all of that, and like so whenever I think of John, that's really what I think.
Yeah, you think of like DC not having an effing rudder,
right? And like it just being so scary, and like people getting fired, and like that is like weirdly what I think of John.
Yes.
That's what I think of, and I shouldn't.
No, but you're also because you're plugged in. You meta read, but like, even if you don't know the stories about like how it all came about, or you're not plugged into the hows and whys and sausage making, you feel it because it was such a weird time, and like it was such a like odd period in DC's history that like even if you were just like, I just like to read the comics, you're gonna go, this is really weird for some reason.
But what I'm saying though is that like, but for John, regardless of like the age up. Regardless of him,
of whatever his sexual identity is,
like John should be allowed to be the character that he is, like from like those character moments for him now, and not like the everything that surrounds like why was he aged up, like why does it seem like they were gonna go in this one direction and then suddenly they put the brakes on like because like because there was like this thing that was gonna happen with a merger but then it didn't, and like you know what I mean, like all these things, right? Like John needs to get away from that so that John can just be the character he is now.
Right, you're right. And also you fast-tracked the character. Like you artificially aged him up in a very complicated story. And when I say complicated, I mean like it was complicated because it's gross and weird. Like so John was a victim who was in bondage by an evil version of his father. Like there's just
well,
so
no,
many.
he's not his father.
No, because it's Ultra. Yeah, because it's Ultraman. It was like evil Superman. It was just like it's a lot
yes,
of weird shit to get to a thing that the creator ultimately didn't get to do anything with.
Yes.
And then Taylor took it over and was like, I don't know, here. And like he had Taylor was done dirty in his own right because like he was given the unenviable task of like giving this guy a personality when, rarely do you get like an opposition on issue 1. When you're like, oh, remember when they made Mosaic?
Yeah.
They were like, here's Mosaic. No one was like, boo.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You made Mosaic because you took away something I already had. Like, no. Mosaic failed on his own right.
Right.
John was like, but I liked the thing that was selling over here. And they're like, don't worry, you'll like the other thing that erases the thing you like.
Right. But that's also like part of the reason why like it's complicated with him. And,
yes.
and like it's not fair because then what happens is like people who may be against him being bisexual, right, are then being like, well, no, but see, but everybody doesn't like this. And it's like, those are, that is a you problem.
Right, exactly.
That is a you problem
so
as opposed to like all the other stuff that like led up
to that problem.
It's not a problem.
Well, no,
like, you know what I mean? But
well,
like everything else that has happened to John up to that point, like, yes, people are upset about that.
Right.
And now you're trying to lump this up. No.
Yeah, no. It's like, see, the guy, that guy agrees with me. No, wait, what? Yeah. And that's why it's like, it's such a problem. Like, it's why I can imagine they're like, I don't know what to do with John. Like, I can keep publishing new books about John that only appeal to a smaller variety of audience readers, which we never do. Or I can de-age him. I can go back and erase that thing that is positive and working for that small marginalized group of people.
Yeah.
No one wins.
Yeah.
So how about we just pretend like he doesn't exist? Like
right.
it's the worst thing, but also probably the easiest thing they could do to him? Yeah. Kill him.
No.
Because then he dies a martyr, and it's but
no.
they won't.
I don't
I'm
like
not saying
that
they
idea
should,
either.
but I think it's like it's an ocean of bad options for them.
Yeah, no, it really is.
So it's just like, I don't know, maybe he'll just you know what they could do? Send him to another dimension. Like, I wonder if there was a conversation where, like, because he goes to Injustice and he meets up with Injustice Superman, like, I'll just stay here and hang out with my evil version of my dad and fix him.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then when I'm done, I'll come back.
Yeah.
And it's like, and John never came back. And Dr. Sam Beckett never returned home.
Right.
I don't know. It's such a rat's nest of a problem. And when I say that, I mean only as much as like it's a complicated issue for everyone.
Yeah, it became complicated.
It became complicated. And it only got more complicated when they added more. It's like the Clone Saga, where it's like, oh, we'll just do this thing. Oh, people are like that. Keep it going. Oh, it shouldn't have kept going. Add more things. Oh, crap, it's broken. Fix it. Add more stuff to fix it. No, fix that. What's the matter?
I just forgot I had red lipstick on. I touched my lip for a second. I was like, oh, no,
you thought you were bleeding?
It's just my red lipstick. We're good. Keep going. I had a mini meltdown. Everyone got to see that for a second.
So this one?
We're good. We're fine here now. I apologize. Yes.
Oh, Harishi27, Absolutely Trickster, my beloved best design. Yeah, I love Absolute Trickster.
Yes. 1,000%. 1,000%.
It's great.
So good. Lex of Power says, Happy Holidays, ComicPop. What issue of Superman is the one where he goes to hell and meets Neron for the first time? I've been looking everywhere and can't find it digitally or something. I've been on a Superman deep dive.
I don't know. I never knew the numbers. I don't know. I can't help you. I'm sorry. I wish I could. But just look at, what you just,
perhaps our amazing chat can help.
Just look up the first issue, look Neron's first appearance and see what that issue is. It's probably a Superman book, and it's probably that one.
Okay, you're up.
Thorn Identity says, "Merry Christmas, poppers." Merry Christmas.
He first appeared in Underworld Unleashed #1. I don't know. That's what the internet gave.
Well, there you go.
That can't be right. No, it was Manhunter Volume 2, number 11.
Okay. I can't help you. I'm sorry. But I'm sure someone else knows. And I'm sure someone else knows by heart. But in my case, I don't know Superman issues. Yeah. Maybe it's that one? I don't know. Probably not, though, because that's Joker.
I'm going to have you read
Anyway, thank you, Thorn Identity. It's great to see you again.
Yes,
hope you have a wonderful holiday season, man. Brandon Willis 9267 says, "Happy holidays, Comic Pop. It's officially been 10 years of being a fan of you guys. Wow. Thank you for all the hard and endless entertainment. Long live Comic Pop." Thank you, man. It's because of people like you that we continue to strive to bring you whatever this is. Thank you so much for your generosity. And, of course, thank you so much for being such a loyal viewer for so long. It's overwhelming, especially because like the way that this whole thing works, like the way YouTube works, they're like you shouldn't have audience members for more than a certain amount of time. Like you need to have turnover, and we have like a beautiful problem where we have both. We have folks like you who have been here since we had a red couch, to people who are like, I just found you guys like the other day because YouTube never shows me your stuff, so like I've never even seen this before. But it looks like you have like 12 years worth of videos, so I guess I'll watch them all. I guess I'm a fan now, and it's like that's wonderful. I love both of those audiences. So we actually have a kind of an absolute Earth Prime situation here. Where we appeal to both audiences.
Sorry, the DC database is definitely incorrect because it says that he was invented 1986, or like he was. Anyway.
Well, he might not have appeared as Neron. Like, it might not have been that he was named Neron.
Or maybe
he was retconned.
Maybe
as
he's
Neron.
retconned. All right, you keep going. You keep going. You're doing great, Sal.
Thank you. Don't Weasel Yeehaw Edition says, or Don Weasel Yeehaw Edition.
Oh, I did have it up. I did it.
I know.
Right.
Says, not sure if y'all have or will cover this. Got here mad late, but what's your favorite books of the year? Mine was Kryptonite Spectrum. Happy holidays. You too. We're hoping to do like a thing where we talk about that.
Yes.
But it won't be here. It'll be another one.
Yes.
It'll be more like a New Year's kind of video.
Yeah, we want to do that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Favorite books of the year? I mean,
Power Fantasy.
Like that's always the question. Is it only books that started this year or just our favorite books that we read
this year?
of
this year. Yeah, because it's like Absolute Wonder Woman. Like
Absolute Wonder Woman, Power Fantasy.
I mean, like I think that it's easy to find what books launched this year, but it's also important to represent those books that are like continuing to be great, because there are definitely books where it's like I started that in 2023 and I don't read it anymore in 2025, so it's like, well, that doesn't count, and it's easy to remove them from the list. But yeah, there's a ton of those, so we'll be able to jump into it.
Okay, love it. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm always like what do I put on my list? Is it just this? Is it just that?
Greg Pectus, Christmas, my family watching MST3K Santa vs. the Martians. You? Awesome. Love to hear that. MST3K is a staple in my life as well, and I consider it more of a Thanksgiving show, but I do try to catch up. I wanted to watch Jack Frost this year, but I just didn't get a chance to. But yeah, as far as Christmas goes, we're going to see our family and just hang out. I'm looking forward to just like vegging out. Like I'm looking forward to like my favorite part of Christmas is when it's all over and we're in our house and we're watching like Muppet Family Christmas on the couch.
Yes.
That is the best part. When I can just like reach and I get a cookie somewhere. Like
I made 0 cookies.
I know, but we will. You'll get to it. No, I'm kidding. We make cookies around. I think we're gonna make cookies on Thanksgiving or on Christmas. I think
we're gonna go back in time.
We're gonna go back in time, make them, and then we'll have them already.
I love that for us.
But no, I think we'll probably make them that night.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Sounds good to me. I'm still trying to look this up. By the way,
I wouldn't waste your time.
When I looked up Superman Goes to Hell and Meets Neron, this is the first video that came up for me.
Well, gee willikers. Is that Underworld or is that the one where is that Green Flame?
It's the Devil.
Okay, it's
versus the Devil.
Unleashed.
It's Underworld Unleashed. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we're some of the few. I mean, like, it's fun to be the only people who talked about a book. Tea Time 480.
Yes, let's do it. Says, wanted to also mention that when Sal first covered Invincible.
Yes.
After watching the back issues episode when it came out, I read the entire series.
Nice.
And for the most part, enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I think it's certainly, it works in every way. It's a manga, basically. It's a superhero Western manga. Like it's more or less one creative team the whole time.
Yes.
One continued story, very few deviations, not a lot of spin-offs and tie-ins. Certainly I didn't read any of them, and I didn't need them. So yeah, it works perfectly for a lot of people. I can see why people like it. I mean, and it's why Kirkman's such a smart businessman and comic creator, because it's like doing that with the comic was brilliant. Making it a cartoon is just what you do.
Yes.
It's why DC needs to steal it, because it's like, oh, this great manga is beloved. Make an anime out of it. This great comic book series is beloved. Make an effing cartoon show about it. DC was so close where they're like, make a DVD out of it. It's like, no.
No.
Make a series.
T-Time 480 is back to say, I was so excited for the show adaptation, only to hate how it ruined Mark's character. But thank you so much for introducing me to the comic.
You're very welcome. You know, that was actually funny. That episode was a charity episode.
It was.
I think we donated the proceeds of that episode, and also we took,
No, it was
donations.
It was an auction.
Yes, it was an auction.
Auction,
an
and so
episode.
it was like the person who had the highest bid on that would pick the book that you did.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right. And they picked Invincible, which helped us immeasurably. So we might be back to talk about Invincible again. I may have just picked up a couple of volumes of it.
Oh,
so we'll see.
Oh my goodness.
Hammerhead Comedy says KG yet again leaves my jaw on the floor with Power Fantasy number 14. I just simply can't wait to see how the after effects of 12 and 13's mic drop will affect everyone.
I am there with you. I am definitely there with you. And again, like I can see the writing on the wall of how Gillen probably, not that I know how it's going to happen, but you can sometimes just feel the rhythm of a story, and you could see how maybe he could bring it to a close.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I could equally see how he could keep it going.
Yeah.
And whatever it is, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I'd be more happy if it continued.
Sure. T-Time 480 with stuff like Dispatch and Power Fantasy. I love that less cynical original superhero stories are getting a resurgence. I bought Power Fantasy because of Tiffany.
Yay! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that.
Love
I love
to hear
that.
It, man.
Hammerhead Comedy back to say Power Fantasy has felt like a stressful Thanksgiving with your dysfunctional family, where someone with good intentions outs everyone's bad habits, and everyone reacts by doing those habits harder and in your face. That's easily the best description of it. Yeah. But with like really pretty art.
Yeah, but it's pretty. The Chocobo Kid says, Merry Christmas. Have a nice cup of cocoa while you read your Christmas gift comic books.
Yay!
Will do, man. Thank
Oh
you
my
so
gosh,
much. And
thank
you for your support.
Don Weasel, yeah, edition, says, also was wondering, have y'all ever considered covering any Black Lightning books? I've fallen in love with the character through the other history of the DCU.
If we ever did, it would probably be from the other history of the DCU. Like, that would be a book I'd like to cover one day, because I read all of it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, this is some heavy shit.
Yeah. I feel like Ethan would really like it.
I think Ethan would like it a lot.
I think he would respond quite a bit to it.
But honestly, like, I'd rather do Milestone.
Mm.
Like, I have been sitting on Hardware and Icon and Rocket for years, and I'd rather do that.
Okay.
Like, I would love to do Hardware. I just feel like it'd be cool, but no one would want it. But I made, I had an idea. Let's toss it out there. Where I was like, what if my plan was, and I was talking to the guys, and they're on board.
Uh-huh.
But the idea would be that I do an episode of back issues where I'm like, this is not going to do well.
Uh-huh.
And then I also do a Batman episode that same week. And so Batman would come out on Wednesday, and or we do like the regular episode of back issues would be like the weird book on Wednesday, and then like Friday Batman would come out.
I'm so afraid you're rolling the dice with the algorithm on that one.
I know. Or I just sandwich them. My plan was originally just to be like, okay, every time I do a weird book, I just also do a Batman book the following week.
But it's going to be like a big Batman book.
I know, it'd have to be a big Batman. There's always a big Batman book.
Is there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're always making them, Tiffany.
Oh, okay. I guess
you know what we've never covered?
What?
The rest of Chip Zdarsky's run. Or Jamestown IV run.
I guess that's true. But
we've never done Super Heavy.
Well, I want to do that.
I know. And you will. One day you won't have to work anymore. And then I'm just going to lock you in the studio. And you'll just grab all the books that you're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
Like Savage Wolverine.
We're not doing Savage Wolverine.
Is this Drew?
This is Drew Markham, 1462, saying, been loving all the recent interviews on the channel.
Thank you, man.
My go-to for comic knowledge. Keep up the great work. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too,
thank
Drew.
You
Thank you so much for your
Happy
support,
holidays.
Man.
I kind of love this time of the year. Everyone's, for the most part, in good spirits.
Just very jolly.
That doesn't mean you have to be in good spirits. And if you're not, that's okay, too.
Don't let anyone tell you different.
Yeah, you
don't let the songs tell you. Just say hello to everyone you know and everyone you meet.
Yeah, don't do that.
You don't have to do that. Danville 900, I can't believe how good Alien vs. Captain America is, where it's much more my speed than Aliens vs. Avengers with the Prometheus lower of it all. Love it. I agree.
Yeah, no,
I think I hate Alien vs. Avengers. But you'll find out in the back issues we shot about it.
What? Club Remix says, did you hear of the movie Carpenter, where Jesus is an MMA fighter? It isn't a parody. It's a religious propaganda movie that looks hilariously bad.
No, I have not heard of that.
What?
I can't say I have.
That is my entire reaction to that.
What? Hammerhead Comedy, do you feel like Gunn is heading towards Infinite Crisis? It feels like a lot of pieces of the universe are being introduced solely to do the Wonder Woman neck snap and dive into Infinite Crisis. No, I don't think so. I think that he'll use elements from all over. I mean, I've heard implications that he's going to do Salvation Run, so like, I don't see him. There's no way that Gunn wants to go anywhere near a reboot. So
yeah, not yet.
I don't see that happening.
Not yet. TBG Hydrogen.
Mm-hmm.
I said it before, no problem. And then when I had to read it, it's hard.
It's because I had to read it.
I know. Since I'm here live during the Super Chats, it's pronounced Hi, Dre, like Dr. Dre, headphones, Gone.
Hydragon.
Hydragon. Merry Christmas.
And
I had to do it.
You too, man.
Wait, I get TBG Hydragon.
There we go.
Did it. Hooray! Well, thanks for the follow-up on that. That's awesome.
Dylan Hall 6711 says, speaking of the Sons of Superman, have you read Busick's Superman run and his excellent use of Chris Kent, aka Son of Zod? Check out our episode called Last Son of Krypton about that.
I love it. DanV900 says they won't do it, but DC has a get out of jail free card with the winner of DC KO rewriting the universe to de-age John. Superman, provided he wins, give my son his childhood back. It's that easy.
It is that easy, and I do expect something like that to happen. I think Alfred's coming back. No one has told me anything. I do a podcast with Joshua Williamson.
I know, and you literally have, and I know this for a fact. It's not
no
like
one's
we're
told,
like,
if
wink,
you ever
wink.
hear me make some kind of declarative statement, that is not me trying to thumb the scale. No one's told me anything. I didn't even know they were doing Deadpool and Batman.
No. Josh is a professional.
Yeah.
Like, he is a consummate professional.
Yes. Am I annoyed that he didn't tell me? Yes. Yeah. But I'm glad that he didn't, because I can say out loud that I don't know anything about what they're doing.
Can we just talk about that really quickly? That you're upset he didn't tell. There is like one human being on the face of this earth that could not know about that, and it's you.
I would not have spilled the beans.
You would have just been like,
it's for me. It's all for me. I would have been very excited to keep that.
And that's the problem. Everybody like, why are you like
so
at an 11 at all times right now?
I'm like, good. I wouldn't have hawked.
You're like, I don't know why. Who knows? Who could possibly know? Who knows? I don't know. I'm just very excited about life right now.
Yeah, I'm just thrilled. It's nice to see. But yeah. So let's recommend some books that are coming out this week.
I would love to do that.
Well, that's great.
And that's because Absolute Wonder Woman number 15 is dropping. Batman's on the cover of this one.
Oh, so get ready for sales to shoot up for Wonder Woman, even though it's a great selling book already.
Absolute Superman is also dropping. I'm still reading this book. Yep. I'm in.
Absolute Marshman Hunter 7 is coming out. We just covered a back issues on it.
This is wild that like I don't know what comic book sales are like on a Christmas Eve, right? Not like that's not necessarily the big part of the holiday for some people. Some people it is, some people it's not. I'm just wondering, hopefully that like these like absolute books will get people in.
I hope so.
Right?
Yeah. If I were comic book stores, I'd be like, let's do a big Christmas like release, you know?
Right.
Lex Luthor versus the Demon in Superman number 33. That's exciting. I also am going to probably check out The Flash versus Green Lantern as well. Amazing Spider-Man 18. I am reading the series.
But you're not going to read Red Hood versus the Joker?
That's next on the list here.
Oh,
but
sorry.
I will be reading Red Hood, the Joker versus Red Hood as well. If you've not checked out our conversation with Scott Snyder, he talks about this book a little bit, where he's like, I wanted to write that. Damn you, Josh.
Josh wrote that one?
I believe he did. I know he wrote the Demon versus Luthor as well.
Which
No, Scott wrote that one. Scott and Josh wrote that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, I feel like the Demon versus Lex, it's like, I kind of know where this is going. Like, I just feel like I already know where that's going.
I mean, Demon losing? Yeah, I'm definitely going to say.
Yeah.
Immortal Legend Batman. I haven't fallen off on this book, but it's still really fun. If you like alternate Batmans, check it out. It's number 5.
Are you going to check out The Will of Doom?
No. But I will check out Skinbreaker number 4.
But it's written by Chip Zdarsky.
Oh, really? Oh, never mind. Then I will.
It's 48 pages.
Oh, cool.
What?
Look, it's Red Hulk.
Yeah. What?
So I'm going to read Will of Doom number 1, Skinbreaker number 4.
Look at Spider-Man 94 with those lions and that Craven.
Well, there you have it, Greg. Check it out. Spider-Man 94 number 4. The art continues to vex me, but the book continues to be pulled by me. So I guess I'll read it. Batman Static Beyond. I really want to like this book. I'll try one more issue.
Okay. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 6 is dropping this week.
Yep. Trinity Daughter Wonder Woman number 6. I believe this is the end of the series. We'll see what happens.
Are you going to be reading the Marvel Winter Break special?
I would like to, so hopefully I'll get a chance, but we'll see. It's like it's a busy week.
Well, for you so far.
Well, and for us, like, because it's Christmas.
Well, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Uh-oh.
And I probably won't even actually be on the next episode.
We'll see.
Sorry.
But you're also probably going to check out 1776 number 2.
Yeah, I probably will. That was such a weird book. Definitely going to check that out, even though Doctor Strange isn't in it anymore. Whatever.
Boo.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can't help it. Still going to read it.
Yeah.
I'm there.
And, of course...
Event Horizon Dark Descent number 4! Yay! That's the reason to go to the comic book stores, folks.
100%.
Ignore all the absolute stuff. It's dark.
If you can.
I freaking love Event Horizon. That's not even a joke. It's so good.
I know.
Well, I like there's a lot of holiday specials coming out this week. Like if you're a Hello Darkness fan, they at least have a themed cover.
Yep. There's a great Gargoyles winter special coming out.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that.
Yep. It's
probably further down.
It's further down.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still sliding down. I'm still sliding. Oh, I see it. Wait, didn't they have one? Oh, okay. This is like the last one.
Yes.
But like it's a slightly different cover.
Mm-hmm.
What? Fire Nice Necron. You would do this in my...
Oh, God, it is. Necron! Goof.
Maybe I'll check out the winter special.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, that one was like totally wordless last time. I liked it. It was cute.
We have one more super chat.
Oh, we do? Oh, my goodness. Yes, we do.
Hulkzilla says, "Squeak yeah."
Squeak yeah.
We see where Hulkzilla caught up on the episode.
No. That was. I think he's just bringing it back.
Oh,
he said it earlier. He's like, we got to make this happen.
Yeah, squeak yeah.
I'm just leaving this up. It's gonna end the episode.
It's gonna end on squeak yeah.
Squeak yeah.
I think it should.
I think it should too.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
But we're tired. But we'll see you guys next time on another episode. We want to thank you so much.
Wait.
Oh no. Well, Mr. David Schultz, not Schutz. Thank you very much for your incredibly generous super chat. Says, Merry Christmas. You've given us so many good videos every week. Extra special thanks to your kind words to my other chats. They've really meant a lot. Well, we really, really appreciate your kindness, but also we appreciate you being in the chat and being such a positive voice in the comments. We really, really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Holy crap.
And a wonderful holiday.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Huge help. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, man. So
it's even holiday themed.
It is. Yeah, green and red.
Yeah.
Wow. Like us. Listen, audience out there who's watching the show right now, and of course, if you're catching us on the Tuesday show, because you are Tuesday Warriors, and we do appreciate you, we want to thank you specifically. Just letting you know, we appreciate you, and we are so lucky to have you. The reason we do it live is because of you, and because you're there. We really, really appreciate you showing up on the Mondays and being in the chat and chatting with each other and making friends and having in jokes, and it just means everything to us, and it's so incredibly humbling to see so many of you joining us every week and just talking about comic books and having a good time, spreading good vibes. It's an incredible experience. We really, really, really and truly appreciate you, each and every one of you, for coming. And it's a great opportunity for us to talk about that now here on this holiday season, to thank you for your kindness, for your generosities, not just for the super chats, though we do appreciate them. Thank you very much. But we want to thank you for just coming and watching and being here. It's a great opportunity also to thank my amazing wife, Tiffany, without whom I could not do this show, without whom this show would be a dud. It would not be fun to make. It would not be good in any way. It would have no journalistic integrity whatsoever. It is a pleasure. It is a privilege. I am humbled every time that you join me. You have a incredible eye for art, talent, insight, and wit, and I am thankful, and you remind me every day that we do this show why we are married. So thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you for making it so much more enjoyable for everybody else, because I think if it was just a big fat white guy again doing a show, it would be a really boring experience for everybody, because they go, well, this is interchangeable with any other show. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity for us to just kind of highlight how Tiffany is great and how we really appreciate her kindness and her insights into this industry. I wouldn't know anything about indie comics outside of what I read back in the 90s. I'd be like, oh, concrete? Like, stop. Although I did see a behind-the-scenes photo from, like, Dark Horse. They still have a giant concrete statue.
I believe it.
And I'm like, of course you do.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you ever move and you don't want it anymore, ship it over to ComicPop. We will take it. Because it's really big. He's got like a little cupped hands. You could put like change or whatever in them, or Reese's cups. I would definitely put that in the studio. But thank you, Tiffany, for being here. Thank you all for watching and for your support. Thank you to our super chatters for sponsoring today's show, because without you, the lights would turn off, the mics wouldn't work, as they often don't, apparently.
There's another super chat.
Oh my god. Well, Digi Bros, let's hear it, too.
Do y'all think Ultimate ending for a Marvel Absolute?
What?
Like, do you think they'll end Ultimate and then launch like a Marvel like Absolute type of thing?
It's called Ultimates. I think that I think it would be pretty shrewd and uncreative if they called it Marvel Absolute. Like, they can't
but
take
it could
the
be
Absolute.
something like that.
I mean,
What's another word for Absolute?
definitive.
Oh.
They'd have to pick something that's like engaging. Marvel owns Ultimate. You gotta call it Ultimate.
Yeah.
I think if Marvel were smart, they would. It will never work. I'll bore you with an anecdote. When I was a kid,
Strap in
high school, I remember it was an upperclassman whose name was JJ. Really cool guy, from what I remember. And I always wanted his approval and his respect, not like in a friend way, just like in a like I want him to pass the torch to me. And he one day, in the middle of the day, we're at the lunch room and we're chatting it up. My friends and I are chatting up. He's just sitting there stewing in it, and he put his fist through the table. Like it just all got too much for him, and he just put his fist through the table, and he went, and he left school and went home. Like, he was just like, that's it. And it's the dude, like, he was sick of the hypocrisy and the bureaucracy and all the nonsense. This is what I learned later. It was just all so much, all these emotions and all this like structure and this. And the next day he came to school in a bathrobe with a remote control car, and he just played with the car, and he wandered the school, and he hung out with his friends, and he didn't go to any classes, and he declared it was fun day. He was like, today's fun day. It was just a simple, succinct name, and it was just like, I'm just gonna have fun today, but like in a very kind of like chill, cool vibes kind of way.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. So when he graduated, I became a senior, and I was like, I'm doing this. No, I think it was actually I was a junior. In any case, it doesn't matter. But I inherited the area of the lunchroom for this social group, and I was like. And I remember having a similar feeling where I was at the lunchroom, we're talking, and I'm just all of it. And I almost I was like, nah. And I was like, whoa. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to put my fist through a table. I'm not going to break any vertebrae. So
They're not vertebrae.
Well, I was not going to break any bones. But I said, tomorrow's fun day. That's it. Tomorrow's fun day. And the next day we got like a digital camera, and we took like pictures with teachers like they were celebrities. And I brought a cooler in to the lunchroom. But I was a little more like shrewd than JJ. Like, we used to do this thing where if you got good grades, you got cut cards, and you could use these cut cards to cut class. And so what I found out is that like you can just show them to the teacher instead of them taking it. So I just showed them to every teacher. Use the same cut card for every class. So I just cut the whole day, and I spent the whole day in the lunchroom, like having Coke Zero, whatever the equivalent of Coke Zeros were back then, simply soda, and out of like a cooler. And I hung out with my friends who like dared to come. And I wheeled a TV out of the AV room and put Terminator 2 on and just watched TV and had like sodas and Hot Pockets in the lunchroom. Fun day. And like by the end of the day, I had like 25 people in this like in this day. Next year, fun day occurred. And the idea is you don't pick a fun day, and I was planning the next fun day, and the principal called me into the office. I just literally, there was a loudspeaker announcement, come to the office. So I go to the office, and the principal sits me down, and he's like, I understand you're planning fun day. Because we'd put up posters like, fun day's coming. And he was like, I understand you're planning fun day. And I heard about the last year, and he's like, what if we had a school-sanctioned fun day? Like a fun day for school, where like we worked together and came up with a fun day for everyone. And I was like, I appreciate what you're suggesting. I appreciate the spirit of this idea. But if I let you be involved in Fun Day, it would no longer be Fun Day. There would be no spontaneity. It would be corporate. You're asking to buy Fun Day, basically. I can't allow it. I implore you, come up with a day for yourself that like gives back to the community, gives the students some kind of break. And but Fun Day stays with me. He didn't do that, by the way. But that's all to say that the Absolute Universe exists because of the efforts of creative people. And it puts the creator first. The reason why the Absolute Universe is so successful is because Scott Snyder is too big to fail and has the cachet to throw his weight around and say, here's who's working on this book, here's who we're getting, we're doing this initiative, etc. You know, Scott and Josh run the show with the support of their editorial teams, but they pick the creatives, or at the very least, the creatives are brought in by them, and the creatives run the books. Absolute Martian Manhunter is Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez's book. If it were DC's book, make me an Absolute Martian. You know, if DC said, we need an Absolute Shazam, you know, and just put out an open call, like, make me an Absolute Shazam, it wouldn't work. Marvel does not have the same kind of culture right now that DC does. Or at the very least, they're not willing to meet DC halfway. See what I'm saying? See
how the metaphor puts together? I've got him.
But like, if Marvel launched, what Marvel should do, getting back to the point, is that like Marvel should relaunch Marvel Ultimate and call it Marvel Ultimate or Ultimate Marvel, just like Absolute, with creative, with books that are only greenlit because we have a strong pitch by a very dynamic creative team. But Marvel wouldn't want to do that because they'd want to control it. Like, I could see Tom Brevoort being like, so I'll be in charge of it, you know, and we'll work together. Like, I'll pitch you ideas and then you'll make them. And I'm thinking we'll get like Jed McKay, you know, it won't be the Absolute Universe. Marvel, it's actually good that Marvel killed the Ultimate Universe because like, they couldn't sustain it if they didn't. And if they relaunched it, they do it wrong. Just like people who are saying they want to see Marvel reboot. Like, oh, Marvel should reboot. Yeah? Do you think anybody working at Marvel could do something better than what Jack, Steve, and Stan made? Like, do you think that their cosmology would be any more exciting, fun, or interesting than what they did? It would be a pale comparison. It'd be hollow. Plus, they're doing it for what reason? Because, like, you want to feel special? Because you want to be on the ground floor of something new? Like, sorry, get in line. It's a long history. It's a big timeline. We all get to be part of it. But we're all part of history. You know? I'm sorry. History doesn't start with you. And it's like, Ultimate Marvel won't work. Can't work. Until they go back to creator forward, until they go like, you make the book, you tell me what you want to make, and then we get behind you. But Marvel doesn't want to do that. Marvel does not believe in their creators the same way, at least seemingly. Culturally speaking, it looks like Marvel is editorially focused, despite the fact that it seems like most of their editors are asleep behind the wheel. Like, I can't imagine being in charge of Marvel and saying, we want the editors to be in charge. Really? Because what do they want to do?
Right.
Like, are these the stories?
Yeah.
Are these the best ideas we're getting from editorial? Because if so, maybe it's just go back to the creators and ask them what they want to do. And again, I don't want to say that, like, creator forward, image. Like, no. You know, opposition and conflict breed creation and creativity. You know, there needs to be some kind of guidelines or guardrails, if only just to keep it from running off the track.
Yes, yes.
Scott Snyder still has an editor, you know, and the best Scott Snyder books are edited. The best Grant Morrison books are edited.
Yeah.
Arguably, when Grant stopped having an editor, the magic, some of the magic was lost. And I think that Ultimate Marvel would and can work. Absolute Marvel could work. But Marvel would have to change, like, their complete and utter outlook and plan. Like, they'd have to get over themselves.
Yes.
And it would work.
Yes.
But, like, maybe it would work too well.
Right. And I guess, like, to kind of support your thesis here.
I'll talk too much.
No, you didn't. Like, I wanted to support what you're saying about that. Because it's like, if you look at the launch of the new Ultimate right?
Yeah.
So it's like you have Spider-Man, we've got Black Panther,
Yep.
we've got X-Men, right?
Oh, by the way.
Oh, and Ultimates, right?
Yeah, and Ultimates. But like Ultimates came late. Like those 3 books
Those
were
three
the grinding line.
right? But it's like I could imagine editorial looking at what Peach is going to do, and going like, but, but we need to make an X-Men book.
Ultimate Wolverine is an absolute Marvel thing to do,
right? Where
right? Where they're
like,
like, but also we need X-Men in here.
But it's like, but you wanted something to do like totally different. You let her do her thing.
Well, and
yes, do your thing.
Yeah.
But also, we're gonna do this thing over here.
And it's also going to be X-Men. Like all the X-Men she's not using are going to be in this book.
Yes.
And it's like, but aren't you doing the thing? Like if you want to get X-Men readers, well, gee golly, gee willikers, you relaunch the X-Men right now. Shouldn't they all be picking up your X-Men books? Shouldn't the Ultimate X-Men book only be for people who don't want the Marvel X-Men? Shouldn't there be an Ultimate Wolverine who isn't just Wolverine with a mask on? Like,
yeah.
But the most successful are the books that are creatively driven.
Yes.
Like the Ultimate books are working. You know, Spider-Man, Black Panther, X-Men, and Ultimates. Those books are very successful, and they are working because of their creative, teams.
Yeah.
And because they are given a lot of runway, but they are outliers.
For sure.
And it's not, they are antithetical to the culture, seemingly, at Marvel. And they got to end now.
Yeah, I know.
So I can't imagine being Brian Edward Hill and being like, yeah, I'll do that again. You just ended my book. Yeah, let's do it again. Like, I'm not going to do that again. Plus, I wrote an entire effing Black Panther series. Like, that's completely readable from start to finish. That's arguably more exciting and interesting than any Black Panther book that came out in the last 25 years. So maybe I should get, like, a new book in the main universe. That's also a thing. Like, I fear that, like, some of these folks are like, how come I'm not doing the main book?
Right.
But anyway. Yeah. Anyway. That's it, right? We didn't get any more super chats since then?
No, we did not. No,
we lost half our. They were like, Jesus Christ, Sal's talking again.
No, we didn't.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, we didn't.
No, I was joking.
Everyone's very excited about
very
that.
kind, thank you.
Digibro even came back and was just like, "This is way more of an answer than I gave
know,
for my
$2.
$2."
Yeah, that's what you get. When we used to do live events, I'm sorry.
No, I think everyone's very happy.
No, you're very kind.
But
anyway,
everyone's very excited about that.
But yeah, so with that, I'm going to leave you with a link to a playlist because the holiday season. It's in the chat right now. Check out our Christmas specials.
No!
We made these specials.
Don't watch those.
For years. I had this idea back in the day where like we would hang out and play and stuff like that. And I was like, what if we had like holiday specials for ourselves? So we made these.
I'm just gonna put my head.
Every
back
once
here.
in a while, I'll share them and put them out there. But like, check them out.
Don't watch them.
They're really bad. They're
horrible.
But yeah, But just
Don't
pick and
do
choose.
it. Don't do it.
Watch the last 2 or 3.
Don't do it.
But yeah. Anyway,
it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. You won't understand what's happening.
Don't watch it.
But
but yay!
Yay!
No, we didn't get a chance to thank Sal for all of his knowledge and passion and excitement, and for actually making the shows happen.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. But it's you'd have more time on your hands if that didn't happen. So I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for reading comics.
Yeah, and thanks for saying like super nice things to us too.
Yeah.
You don't know how much it means sometimes.
It's true. If you if you're ever on the fence about telling anyone a compliment or a kind word, err on the side of do
it. Trust me.
You'd be surprised.
Really quickly, my story is way less fun.
Let's
but
hear
I
it.
just I'm gonna tell in the most broadest of
Oh,
terms.
okay, all right.
But just like this past week, I received a little note that was made since I'm now like in a classroom by a student.
Yes.
They had hand drawn a little card. And they wrote this very thoughtful note, which I'm sure to them they were just like, yeah, whatever. And it literally, like, when I say it made my day, it was more than my day. Like I still think about it just because it was just so thoughtful.
Yep.
And like it's just like it meant everything.
Yeah.
And like to them, they just were like, whatever. Like they just did a
Oh
little
yeah.
thing.
By the way, I made your card.
And they left it. I never even had a chance to they just left it for me to find. Like they
Yeah.
didn't even want that. So it's just like I just wanted to say, like, if you're thinking about it, leave somebody a note. You don't have to say it to their face. If
That's true.
If it's like uncomfortable, just leave them a note.
Yeah.
Leave them a little note. Trust me.
hurt.
They'll love it.
Yeah.
Really quickly, Digibro, back to say y'all own. Thank you. Happy holidays. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. But thank you. Thank you so much.
But thank you. Happy holidays to you and all of you, and we'll see you guys in the new year. No,
or we'll see. We'll see you before.
We'll see.
Either Sal will see you before, or we'll both see you before. We're trying to figure this out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But either way, we'll I might just do an off the rack solo, and then and then we'll do our own like best of the year, maybe a recap in the following year.
Yeah.
So long, everybody. Happy holidays, and we'll see you guys next time here on Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
Keep reading. Oh, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out more. If you liked our podcast, No Comic Required, there's a new episode that dropped on Sunday. It's a really fun episode with me and Ethan and Jason. Jason really got into that one. If you were waiting for Jason to come out of his shell, I gave him the floor, and he Jasoned it up. So that's where that Jason is the Jason that you should expect. Check out that episode if you haven't already, and of course, check out everything we have here on ComicPop Returns. And stay tuned tomorrow on YouTube.com/ComicPop for back issues. That's our holiday episode. And
it's coming out tomorrow?
Oh, I'm sorry, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I'm sorry. I don't know what today is. But
Today's
there was
Monday.
a short that I dropped today that tells you exactly what the episode is. So check out that short and more. We'll see you guys next time here on Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
Keep reading and have a good one.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everybody.
holidays.
Bye.